that flame, laugh on the pain, but she still got game. Everyday life with a twist and a grin. Tears, truth, jokes, but here to begin. She break it down real, never play and pretend. Key to the message, let's through the lens.
From the stars, turned on the L's and twist to Mars. Ain't here to preach, just here to relate. She got built in the past, now she shifts in the face.
Every slip was set up for her.
What's going on,
Next
baby?
rise, got your poor juice.
Shout out
with
to
no
Lost.
on the side, no stuff.
Lost in translation, I'm about to say his name again. What's up, Lost? How are you? Shout out to 1000 Watts Radio, where the content always fire. And baby, he be dropping those gems. Get in there and listen to the vibe music. Shout out to 1000 Watts Radio. Good morning, Stephen. Good morning, AC. How are you? We about to start some today.
She break it down real, never play and pretend. Take heed to the message, lessons through the lens.
She say how it is, no shook, no mask. Like those two in love, but it's all gonna last.
It's like uncut with a side look erase. She your voice in your ear when the world's in your face.
So laugh
I'm feeling okay. I feel like starting some trouble.
Cause she been through the mess, now she blessed in the crowd.
The truth in the chest and the head still proud. So y'all heard the slip up in the beginning. Shout out to Lost in Translation podcast. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm always shouting everybody out, but since it slipped out of my mouth, shout out to Lost in Translation podcast. Y'all get in here, like and subscribe to that brother channel where the content is always fire. And this brother is God-fearing. You hear me? Y'all get in here and like and subscribe to that brother channel. Now, you heard the music, right? Did you just hear that music? Did you hear that beat that just dropped? Did you hear that beat that just dropped like this? Did you hear this beat? That's how you know this beat is coming on.
Take heed to the message, you gon' feel this fire.
Shout out to Corey Joe, 1000 Watts Radio, baby. He said she been through the fire. She been through the fire. Shout out to Corey Joe, 1000 Watts Radio. Y'all get in here, like and subscribe to that brother channel. And while you in here, tell him, take heed, sit me, baby. Now, we're going to get on to some foolery this morning. If you don't know who I am, okay, it's all right. I'm not famous yet, okay? My show is called Take Heed to the Message with Abang Anwar. It just means queen. Good morning to all my mods in the chat. How are you? Urel, what's up, baby? How you doing? It's good to see all of y'all. Green Beans, my troublemaker. How you doing? Now, the title of this foolery this morning, this is going to be a little bit heartbreaking today, okay? So I got a couple of content creators that's going to come in, and male content creators. I think one is a female, and we're going to discuss the foolery about this situation. Jacksonville rapper Ksoo'S father testified against his own son. Now, I know I'm probably saying this young man's name wrong, but the other content creators will say his name right. I'm not really used to the young rappers and their names and all this stuff like that. So please forgive me. Charge it to my head and not my heart. Renee, how are you, honey? I see you in the chat. We're going to discuss. But before we discuss, shout out to Lonnie Honors. Okay, shout out to that brother. I came across his content a couple days ago, and I like the way he does a dissection of Dr. Umar. Okay, I like the way he get in here and he got receipts to call Dr. Umar to order. I love it. I'm not gonna sit up here and lied to you. I love that brother channel. Okay. So yesterday he had Siobhan Stone. That's the woman's real name. Siobhan Stone on his page. And so the chat, everybody was bigging this woman up because she took the time to expose Dr. Umar, right? So I'm going to share something with you. I'm happy that she exposed Dr. Umar. I am ecstatic. You hear me? But we also got to understand that a woman that old, let's understand this. A woman that old should not be able to get food by Pookie and Rere. Like, you not supposed to be able to get food like that. I'm just saying. I know a lot of us want to get in here and we want to crucify Umar, which we should. We should. Umar did nonsense. And for the people who bought into the idea that he was really going to open up the school, you understand? I feel sorry for my brothers and sisters who donated to this man and thinking he's really going to donate to the school. Now, I want to share something with you. Check this out. When he started talking about Siobhan had his, information to his personal bank accounts and this and that, whatever, and because she was watching his mother, right? I immediately said, this man is going to make Siobhan the scapegoat if any money get missing. I just immediately just thought that. I was like, yeah. And I was right. So now when he came back from the trip from Africa, right, he immediately said his account was frozen and this and that. And everybody in my chat, you have had the bank alert you one time or another that maybe you went somewhere that you have never shopped before, and then they froze it because they like, wait a minute, you have never went here before, and or you could have been in another state or something like that, or maybe you took the car abroad, you understand? And so it did not work. It froze on you. And so if you don't notify your bank that you're going abroad or you doing something or whatever, they freeze your stuff. But what they do, they hit you with a text. Boom, boom, boom. Is this transaction you? And then you say, yeah, it's me. Or you call them and you tell them this is me. You understand? So then they release the bank account. They release it. They unfreeze it. Okay? They tell you, okay, give me like 3 minutes. Then try the transaction again. That's it, right? Okay. So we all know that. We all have bank accounts. We know. This man came and said they froze his bank accounts. Okay. He's saying in a week time, they're going to be able to fix the situation, or maybe next month sometime. That's what he said. Take Heed has been, not even just Take Heed, but me and my king, because we have joint accounts. We have been robbed before. Before Thanksgiving, we was robbed. Shout out to TD Bank. This was years ago. And TD, immediately when you told TD what was going on, TD said, oh, hell to the no. You hear what I'm saying? TD Bank was like, oh, hell to the no. You understand what I'm saying? TD Bank was like, hell to the no, no, no. And they stopped everything, did an investigation, gave me money on hand and said, go handle Thanksgiving. We'll take care of this. And then we will let you know right away what's going on. Okay? That's what they told me. Okay? No money got, you know what I'm saying? Thanksgiving was not a disaster. Shout out to TD Bank. This is not a commercial, but I want to say shout out to them. Okay? So now you hear him telling you this whole scheme and foolery about how they froze his account. I'm going to share something with you. And this is alleged, But I'm believing that I'm believing that I'm about to say, oh my goodness. I'm believing that the government did it. You understand? I'm believing that the government froze his account. Alleged. Because I don't want to get sued. But his whole cock and bull story about how Siobhan took know his bank account information and all this other stuff, that was the scapegoat to tell y'all all the money got gone and he wants to blame Siobhan Stone. Okay? That's what I believe. I could be wrong. That's just what I believe. Good morning to all the content creators who just came into the chat. Gail at Night, I see you. Promoting conscious parenting with the Harrises, I see you. Good morning, family. Okay? Guys, when you get time, please like and subscribe to Promoting Conscious Parenting with the Harrises, where the content is always fire, baby, and educational, honey. You hear me? And Mr. He Said and Mrs. She Said will dog walk you with education, baby. You hear me? Get in here and like and subscribe to that amazing channel. And while you're there, tell them Take Heed sent you. Get in here and like and subscribe to also Gail at Night, baby. The most amazing moderator in the world, honey. They call her on the YouTubian streets, baby. Okay? Shout out to Gail at Night. You hear me? Shout out to Gail at Night. Y'all get in here and like and subscribe to that sister channel where the truth is there, honey. Nobody can duplicate it, honey. This woman come with receipts and she'll break it down for you. Shout out to Gail at Night. Now, back to the story at hand. Deborah, I see you, baby. Dwayne, I see you. Back to the story at hand. Okay? So now, as I was watching this brother's channel, okay, Lenny Honors. I hope I'm saying his name right. Y'all know I don't get names correct like that. So please forgive me. Charge it to my head and not my heart, sir. Okay? I love this brother content, especially the way he dissect everything about Dr. Umar. I love his content. But he had Siobhan on, okay? And the audience were like revving Siobhan up. Everything she came and told about Dr. Umar. And that's a good thing that she exposed him. You understand what I'm saying? That is a wonderful thing how she exposed him. But do we excuse that she was messing with this man and she did not know him from Adam? Do you understand? She did not know this man from Adam. Do we excuse that? That she drove up to Bubba Westfuck, okay? I'm sorry I'm cursing so early. But she went somewhere to go pick this man up. She didn't know him from Adam. Drove up there 2.5 hours to go pick this man up. Then brought him back to wherever they was, okay? And she began to, how can I say? She began to lose her mind over this fake facade that this man was putting forth. So you're telling me a woman of her age, the woman of her status, the job she carries, okay? Because she says she works for the government. That means you could work anywhere. But a woman of her status that you can't see a con man? You telling me you couldn't see through him? You understand? Like your antennas didn't go up and say, okay, wait a minute, something's wrong with this brother. No. So do we get in here and just excuse the fact that she could have put her son in danger, the one who had I think she said he had ADHD or something like that. Do we put, you know what I'm saying? You have put your child in danger. I believe she has multiple children, but you put your children in danger by messing with this man and you didn't know him from Adam. Do we excuse that part? Why is Take Heed on fire about this situation? Why is Take Heed on fire about this situation? Check this out. I just get tired of us co-signing stupid shit. You understand? Like, yeah, we dog walking Umar because this nonsense that he done in our community. But here you got a sister, and I'm going to share something with you. She sounds very educated. You have a sister that gets in here, okay, and tell us, okay, and tell us that she and Omar did the horizontal boogie, and she, they did all types of, sexual behaviors to each other. And now we supposed to believe that her word is gold. You know what I'm saying? Like, you put your children in danger. You knew nothing about this man. You understand? You knew nothing about this man, and then nobody is saying anything about her. Nobody is saying anything about her. They're calling her brave. You brave because you fucked the man? You brave? You brave because you sucked his dick? You brave? You brave because you went in his house and his house looked like the house of horror? You're brave? So when I watched the content yesterday, and shout out to that brother, I don't have no rocks to throw at him at all. You understand? Shout out to the content creator, Mr. Honors. I have nothing to say about that brother at all. I have nothing to say about him. His content is fire. And he gets in there and he rips Umar a new one. I love it. Okay? But we're sitting in here and we're up here praising a woman who gave her JJ to a man that ain't shit. You understand? She gave her JJ to a man who ain't shit, and she act like she was superwoman in this whole situation, that she came to save the melanated community. When you help organize a so-called meet and greet for this man that caused our community to continue to rely on his foolishness. You didn't check this man out. You only because you saw him on the Breakfast Club, you thought he was something. I want to know what age is we as melanated women supposed to have common sense? I want to know what age that we as melanated women are supposed to have common sense. When are we supposed to know if a man is wrong? Because I understand us saying, okay, we were young. You understand? Like, you did nonsense when you were young. I still don't subscribe to that because you know what you're doing. But when we get in here and be like, okay, we're young, but not when you looking like you in your 50s and 60 years old and you're telling me you could not see past, okay, the snake oil. You couldn't see past the snake oil salesman. I'm just asking a question. What age do we say we have common sense as melanated women? What age do you say you can see through this man? You understand? And all you heard was, you know what? That's my bad. You know what I'm saying? That's my bad. That's all you hear. A woman getting in here saying, that's my bad. As old as you are, my uncle said to me, a fool at 40 will always remain a fool. This sister took one of my videos on IG and posted it on her page. And she said that I don't care about what anybody say about me. I don't care about what anybody say about me. Any stranger get in here and talk about me. Baby, let me share something with you. One thing that I understand being a content creator is that when you bring your business to social media, everybody get to dissect it. So it don't matter if you didn't like what I said, it's still going to remain the truth. It's still going to remain the truth. It don't matter what you mad about what I said and this and that, and then you muted my video. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't want nobody to hear what Take Key had to say about you. You muted my video. You muted my video and you got mad with me and said, I don't care what anybody say about me. That's what you said. I don't care what anybody say about me. That's exactly what you said. I don't care. You wrote it. You wrote it up there. Then a long paragraph you put up there. And everybody in the comment section call themselves trying to rip me apart. One woman said, she's a man advocate. All she do is promote men. Let me share something with you, okay? Let me share something with you, okay? Men with a king mindset, I promote. Y'all Pookie and Rere, you gonna get dog walked. I'ma talk about you. I'ma talk about you. A lot of people, y'all mad with me that I'm talking about Shannon. I don't give a damn. Shannon is too old to be in this predicament. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I don't care what you say. He too old to be in this predicament. Now, this is the video I was talking about, this sister. She muted my video. Why you mute the video? Why you ain't just let everybody hear what I was saying? Shame is something else, ain't it? Shame is something else. Shout out to Mrs. She Said. Shame is something else, ain't it? Because black women cannot be called on their bullshit. We cannot. We get in here and start talking about, oh, how dare you? We get in here and get mad and shit. How dare you talk about me? But you brought it to social media. You laughed on Tasha K show talking about, yeah, I'm the throat goat. And you got boys. You got boys. I'm the throat goat. I know your boys felt some type of way. Don't get me wrong. Take heed, get in here and be like, yeah, I suck my husband dick. I promote a wife sucking her husband dick. But at least if anybody say something to our son, he gonna say, well, it's my daddy. It's my daddy. They've been married 18 years. It's my daddy though. So now, this was the video that I was talking about, sister girl, and she muted my video. You should have just let it play, baby. You should have just let it play.
So y'all check this out. Tasha K had interviewed Siobhan Stone, aka Miss Throat Goat. Okay, the woman who had a whole encounter with Dr. Umar, okay? That he talked about she fishy coochie, he running around calling her fishy coochie. So she came to Tasha K show and told all Jermaine business, okay? That's Dr. Umar, government name. Told Jermaine all Jermaine business, baby. Let me share something with you.
Always.
And I'm not hating on the Jermaines. I'm
I'm hating a little bit.
But a lot of y'all got a Pookies and Reres, and you know what I'm saying? And y'all, you know, anybody who named Jermaine. A lot of y'all is a Pookie and Rere in here. And there's no hate, okay? There's no hate. Y'all just gotta get those brothers in order, okay? This is the thing. My sister, Siobhan Stone, baby, You's a Pookeisha and a Rakeisha.
Is she not?
Because the story that you told Tasha K, baby, the story didn't make no sense.
It did.
Shout out to Tasha K for getting the whole story.
Right.
But the story didn't make no sense. You just met this man. You took a 2.5-hour drive with your son to go pick this man up. Brought him back 2.5 hours later. You paid for the gas, okay? You paid for the gas for the movement, okay? Then you wind up sleeping with the man, like you wind up sleeping with him.
Why?
Okay? You were talking about, oh, you gave him head, he gave you head. Listen. The devil is a liar.
The devil is
you
a liar.
in here telling us the whole kit and caboodle that's your rendition of the story. Then you telling us, oh, he was a tool that you was able to will. I always laugh when women get in here and say men were tools. They were a tool for me to will. Let me share something with you. If you giving up the JJ the way you did Miss Siobhan Stone, baby, you were the tool. You were the tool.
Baby.
And he willed you however he wanted to will you.
And that's how he
Then you got in here and talk about, oh, he don't know how to screw properly, this and that. Let me share something with you. A man does not have to be a good dancer to screw, because that's what you said. Oh, I can see he not a good dancer because that's why he couldn't screw me properly. You was bragging about that. A man just have to know how to do exercise. That's it. That's it, okay? Now the other part about dancing, if he know how to whine, then that's good too. But all he needs to know is how to exercise, and he could break any woman down.
Facts.
Okay? Let's be clear. You came to social media to tell all your business with this man for what? That goes to show you we actually know that you a hyena from the boneyard. We actually know you are a hyena from the hyena kingdom. Now, mind you, I'm not taking anything off Dr. Umar, because listen, he's a hyena too from the hyena kingdom, a male hyena too.
Facts.
Shout out to Crimson Cure. He a hyena too, doing all this nonsense on social media. The thing is that you embarrass yourself by coming and exposing Dr. Umar, but you thought you were exposing him alone. But it says a lot about you. A grown behind woman come to social media and talk about escapades she had with a man who's not even her husband.
Not her husband.
Baby girl, please take several seats.
Take some seats, baby.
Take several seats and go sit down. Because as old as you are, you passing, but JJ like it's a collection plate to a man that you only saw on the Breakfast Club, and then a man that you only talk to on the phone. Got to be more careful.
Oh my God.
Take heed to the message, everybody.
Nasty. And so you immediately get up there. You had did a whole thing, put my post up, and then you got the nerve to get in here. Oh, nobody could just judge me and talk about me. You know what I'm saying? I'm a grown-ass woman. That's right. You are a grown-ass woman. But when you come to the YouTubian streets, when you come to IG and you talk about escapades that you did, everybody get to say something. Everybody get to say something. If Take Heed come up here and say something about, oh, I'm going to do something and just, God forbid, that, oh, I'm going to leave my 18-year marriage going on 19 years, then all the women that like my content and that used to like my content, them heifers can come and dog my ass. What kind of shit is you talking about, Take Heed? They could dog walk me because I'm in here telling everybody, be with your husband, love your husband. You know what I'm saying? Use your manners. I'm in here telling all these women these things, and then here I come talking about I'm going to get divorced now. So these women have a right to dog walk me because why? I brought it to social media. Now, yes, you brought it to social media. That's a good thing that we know about Dr. Umar. But there's no correction on your part. What age do we tell melanated women that you are responsible? What age do we get in here and not excuse your behavior? What age is that? Like, you telling me you did not know that this man was a whole problem. You didn't know he was a whole problem. You asked him for help for your son, for his behavior, right? He brushed you off. Then you went into, you talked to him again, went into more detail. He gave you some answers that sound crazy, you said. Okay? Why would you even go and ask for more advice if the first time he gave you some stupid stuff that was nonchalant? I would have left the man alone. I would have left the man alone. But now he gets into your email or text you or whatever and say he want to do an event in your state. And so you help organize the event, but you had needed help for your son and he couldn't help you with your son. But yet you went out your way to go pick this man up to do an event in your state. That sounds stupid. And because everybody loves the way that you're gossiping about Dr. Umar, nobody is reading the room and saying this woman is foolish. Nobody is reading the room. Everybody in the chat was laughing. That's right. And then Mr. Honors, and I hope I'm saying his name right, the content creator, was like, y'all give her a hand clap because it takes courage to do it. No, it don't. No, it don't take courage to do that. And I said right in the chat, I said, so you telling me she didn't see the red flags before she slept with him? I know those people was mad with me. They probably said this is a troll. I said, no, you know what I'm saying? You didn't say anything. You saw the red flags. You didn't stop. You understand? That doesn't make sense to me. I said, how is it that nobody is holding her accountable too? You understand? Nobody is holding her accountable. She went to the house of horror. She went to his house, saw how it looked, and then after that, she still fucked him. What kind of nonsense? You see, the house is horrifying. And yet, now all this time, you said you didn't see the house. But when you finally seen the house, you still screwed them? Like you saw all the red flags when y'all was in a hotel together? Let me share something with you. This is one thing. This is one thing that I want you to understand, okay? She says she excused some of the behavior that the man was displaying when they were going to the hotel and stuff like that. She said she excused some of the behavior he was displaying. So you gonna tell me because you was infatuated with the name Dr. Umar, you just wanted to sleep with him, so you didn't pay attention to the red flags, okay? You said when y'all met, when he came to the hotel, came off the flight, okay, he wasn't smelling good. You said he wasn't smelling good, and it could have been from the hustle and bustle from the airport. So nobody know how to wash your ass. Don't nobody know how to wash ass before they go get pussy. That's what you should, that should have been a red flag for you, baby. You couldn't ask him, oh, honey, you know what? Go take a shower first. So y'all all in there functified and fucking and shit. What kind of nonsense? And I don't mean to curse all like this today. God, please forgive me. But the shit be pissing me off. Like, what day and time do we hold black women accountable for fucked up situations? Like, you put yourself in a dumbass situation, and so we supposed to hand clap for you that you exposed Dr. Umar. We happy you exposed Dr. Umar. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about that. But I'm mad how the way we just walking over that you did some fuck shit. That you could have put your children in danger by messing with this man. Because now on the show last night, you were saying that it was something eerie about him. and yet you still was screwing him. You said something was eerie about him, but yet you still was screwing this man. Listen, my brothers and sisters, I'm not mad at Shavon Stone. I'm not. I'm not. You know what I'm mad? I'm going to share something with you. I'm a little mad. You could have played my video. You could have played my video. Yeah. Because I needed your followers. You could have played my video. Yeah. So it ain't no hate, baby. It ain't no hate. You could have played my video and let your followers listen to common sense. Because what you was pushing was not common sense. Take heed, get people that dissect her video all the time, and they may not like what I said, but at least they played my part. You may not like what Take Heed say, and you could say, no, she's wrong. I don't like what she said. I ain't got no problem with that. But you could have played my video. Yes. Yes. You could have played my video. Because a correction needs to be made. For us to sit up here and think it's okay because you met a man on social media to open up your legs all willy-nilly and screw this man. I'm sorry. You brought it to social media, so we get to dissect it, baby. Now, let's get to the first foolery of the day, okay? I'm finished. My rant is done for this morning. I'm done. I won't give it no more energy, but the next time you dub my video, make sure you let me speak. Yeah, it's all right you dub my video. Let me speak. And then you can get in here and say whatever you want to say. Now, here we go. Now, I'm going to share something with you. One of my mods had sent me a Cash App, right? And I don't like this mod. I keep questioning why I still have this person as a mod in 2025. I'm ready to downgrade this mod to a regular follower, okay? But I see a Cash App from this mod, okay? And I'm gonna share something with you. I cannot stand this mod. Like, I can't stand him. Okay, I really can't stand him. And he be like, sis, big sis, I can't stand him. Okay, I don't care how much money you send me. I don't care how much money you send me. I don't like you, sir. I don't care. Look at Melissa. Melissa said green beans. She already know. I can't stand you. But I want to tell you thank you. I appreciate the Cash App. Okay? I can't stand you, but I'm going to let you know. Okay? I want to say thank you for the Cash App. And since you sent it early, okay? Since you sent me the Cash App early, okay? This is for you. This is for you. Mm-hmm.
He's in your phone. Why? What? Shut up. You always talking stuff. Well, I'm so damn proud of you, but you going to jail. You going to jail. I'm proud of you. But you going to jail. I ain't finna be in her with you. Mom, you did it. Come on, you did that. I'm not.
Shout out to Green Beans for the $10 Cash App. Thank you, sir. I greatly appreciate that. Let's get on to the first nonsense of the day. So I got to ask a question to all of y'all in the chat. If your child was accused of deleting somebody, okay, and they claim they have evidence on your child being the one that deleted someone, but the video shows that the structure and size of the man that they saw in the video doesn't fit your child's structure. But since you in jail already, and they say, can you identify this person on the video? Is it your son? Could you do it? Could you throw your son under the bus for less jail time? You already in jail. You already in jail. You already in jail. Can you throw your son under the bus so that you can get less jail time? Put it in the chat. Let me know. Can you do it? You know, I'm going to share something with you. You know, I always tell y'all we have to be mindful of what we do around our children because they copy what they see. Daddy, if you a gangbanger and if you a pharmacy product holder for the streets, these kids copy you. They copy you. Mama, if you out there selling pussy, okay, and your door, your room door is like a revolver door, okay, okay. I'm trying to see. Is my nose? I'm looking at my nose. Yeah, my nose. Okay, all right. So your bedroom door is like a revolving door, okay? Hey, Charlie, what's up, baby? All right. So your children copy what they see. You understand what I'm saying? They copy what they see. I tell y'all this all the time. Children copy what they see. And so you can't think that your child would think anything different if they see you doing nonsense. So this man was promised, the father that's already in prison, was promised a lesser sentence. Now, mind you, on a similar charge like his son, he's in prison right now for it. But the prosecutor said they would give him less jail time if he can point that that was his son on the video. Let me share something with you. Let me share something with you. I am a law-abiding citizen. Do you hear what I'm saying? I am a law-abiding citizen. Okay? All right? Take heed, ain't never seen the inside of no jail. You understand? I ain't never seen one. But if I'm already in jail, okay, you're going to have to get somebody else to do it. I'm just going to do my time. I'm already in jail. You understand? What kind of time could you cut me? I'm already in jail. You understand? I can't assist you. I'm already in prison. What I'm going to do? This man is a bona fide Pookie and Rere. He got 11 children. 11 children. This brother got 11 children. And it sounds like the oldest ones are like in disarray. Okay? Let's understand that. The oldest ones are in disarray. He got 2 younger ones that he is looking to see them because they cry and miss him and stuff like that. But what happened to the oldest ones? All of them seem like they in turmoil. So you like F the oldest ones. I'm just going to focus on the last 2. So he's talking about his health and everything and how he's sick and all this other stuff. And that he needs to get home to be with his younger children. While he puts one of his oldest on death row. Now listen to me. If you are a law-abiding citizen as a father and a mother, do you understand? This might be a different talk. This might be a different talk. If you are a law-abiding citizen, okay? But if you in the hood doing nonsense and you are part of the chaos, the last thing you should want to do is send your child up the river for you to get less time. That's just my opinion. You understand? That's just my opinion. Now, let's get in here because I want us to discuss the first foolery. Okay? Now we gonna get a sister in here first. Okay? And then, all right, we gonna get a sister in here first. And then we gonna get another brother in here. Okay? And I don't agree with everything he's saying. Okay? I don't agree with everything he's saying. Check this out right here. Okay? Let me see what we gotta do. Hold on, y'all. Give me 1 minute. There we go. There we go. Now I'm close. Now I'm close. Now I'm close. Here we go.
But let me give you the recap.
Here we
Low-key,
go.
I don't even need to add much because Abdul Robinson Sr. got on that stand and said it all.
State your name for the record, sir.
Abdul Robinson, Sr.,
And how old are you today?
54. I have 11 children.
What's the
11
age of your
children,
oldest child?
54.
34,
And your youngest?
6,
How are you related to Abdul Robinson Jr. and Hakeem Robinson?
their father.
Mr. Robinson, do you see your son Hakeem Robinson in the courtroom here today?
Yes, you sit between these two lawyers right now with a beige suit on.
Having to point your child out in a courtroom is crazy.
Ain't it
Let the record
crazy?
reflect the witnesses identified, Mr. Hakeem Robinson. Okay, the record shall so reflect.
Before diving into the events of January 15, 2020, prosecutors first have Abdul Sr., aka Blue, lay out the terms of his plea deal. And as a reminder, he is facing charges related to the same two M's that Dominique Barner is charged with. The first M is regarding a man named Damon Rothamel, who was mistakenly hit during a drive-by. And then the second M is this Charles McCormick case.
Hey,
In both of the
girl,
cases, Abdul Sr. is charged with accessory after the fact, which is punishable by 30 years in prison for each charge. But based on his cooperation and agreement to testify against his co-defendants, the state is capping his maximum sentence at 20 years.
Now, on April 11th of 22, did you enter pleas of guilty?
So now I want y'all to understand something. The father is already in prison. He already on a charge of 30 years for each charge already. The daddy is already. But the state is capping it. I hope I'm saying this correctly because y'all know how sometimes I mess up a little bit. So now the state did a deal with him to turn on the people who he did this nonsense with. So they're going to cap it by 20 years. That's for the incident the father did, okay? So now that he get in here and testify against the son, they're going to give him less time. Now, I hope we on the same page. Did I say that correctly? I hope we on the same page. Let's continue. Here we go.
Or in both of your pending cases?
Yes, I did.
Have you been sentenced yet on either of your charges?
No, I haven't.
Now, in the Damon Rothamel murder case, where you pled to accessory after the fact, is that right?
Okay, so I thought he was in jail already. So they said, has he been sentenced? He hasn't been sentenced yet. So I was wrong. He's not sentenced yet. But those are the charges that he's going to receive on another case. But they said he was in prison. So anyway, let's let it continue. Let's let it continue. Here we go.
Yes.
And in the Charles McCormick murder case, you also pled to accessory after the fact of first-degree felony.
Yes.
All right, and typically first-degree felony punishable by 30 years, is that correct?
Yes.
As part of your pleas, did the state agree to cap the maximum sentence you could receive to be 20 years?
Yes.
If you were to be sentenced to 20 years by the court, at the end of that sentence, approximately how old would you be?
I'll be close to 70.
Does the court have to follow any recommendation the state makes?
No.
From there, Abdul Sr. gets into why he's testifying against his own son.
Now, sitting here today, you realize that you were testifying against
Hey, Martin.
with family members.
Yes.
Why are you doing that?
I have a number of reasons. I got some health issues. I got 2 6-year-olds and an 8-year-old daughter.
Oh, so forget the older kids?
And
2 6-year-olds and an 8-year-old daughter. Okay, so that's why he's testifying for those 3 children. Okay, so forget all the older kids. He got 11 kids, y'all. 11. So he worried about the last 3. Okay, 2 6-year-olds and 1 8-year-old, and he said he got health issues. So this is why he's up there telling on his son. Hey, Martin, I see you in the chat. How you doing, hun? Mary, I also see you too. How's everything? Okay. And I see somebody else in here, but I cannot pronounce your name, baby. I'm not doing it. Somebody wrote that. I'm not doing it. So I'm just going to call you T. I hope that's okay, because I'm going to mess up your name. Okay? I'm going to mess up your name. I already see it. I'm just going to call you T. I hope that's okay, baby. All right? Now let's get back into the foolery. Here we go.
Your daughter asked me when I'm gonna come take her to the daddy-daughter dance. But she asked me over each year when I'm gonna come take her there, and I keep letting her down. Then my 6-year-old son, he asked me if I'm gonna come to his football games, come take him fishing. The 6-year-old, he asked me when I'm gonna come see him. When he begging me, please come see me, daddy. He want to teach me how to play the game, but he don't know.
But if you would have been there for those older kids, you would have been there for those younger ones too, instead of being in the street trying to be a gangster. You understand? So now you want to play daddy. But when those oldest ones needed you, you taught them the game of the streets. That's the shit that hurts my heart. This is why, see, some people get on here. Back when I first started social media, I was like, I don't dog walk men, but I should have clarified myself. I don't dog walk men that have king mindsets. I do not. I know my role. I stay in my role. But when you are Pookie and Ray, the gloves come off. You get to get dog walked. I'm sorry. When you are Pookie and Ray, the gloves come off because I don't have respect for Pookie and Ray. When you are Pookie and Ray and you are Pookisha and Rakeisha and y'all are the ones that are tearing up our community, I have no love for you. Let's continue. Here we go.
Things like that. My health issues. I have diabetic. I'm diabetic. I'm on high blood pressure. I suffer from congestive heart failure.
He telling
I just
everything.
found out June 25th that my kidneys is failing rapidly.
Wow.
As becoming a witness in this case negatively impacted your relationship with your entire family.
I really don't have no more relationship with my family besides one person.
No part of your family completely cut you out.
Yeah.
When people know that you're cooperating, does that make it easier or harder for you when you're incarcerated?
Well, it make it harder for me.
Or about when you get out?
Extremely harder.
Cooperating in this case is something that is easy for you to do.
No, this is the most hardest decision I've ever had to make in my life.
The prosecutor then has Abdul Sr. retell the story of what happened exactly 1 year before the death of Charles McCormick. If you recall, that's the day that Abdul Robinson Sr., Abdul Robinson Jr., and Abdul Sr.'s stepson, Willie Addison, as well as some others, were victims of some gunfire while they were in a car. And as a result of that gunfire, Willie Addison lost his life.
The day that Charles McCormick was murdered, on January 15, 2020, does that specific day hold any
Y'all
significance
give me a
for
minute.
you
I
and your
gotta go
family?
get the dog.
It's the
Give me
day
1 minute.
that my son got killed. Willie Addison.
When Willie Addison was shot, was anyone else inside the vehicle as well?
Everybody.
Including you?
Yes. I drove to the hospital, and as I was driving, I could, hear Willie making this guzzling noise, and I hold his hand while I was driving, because I didn't want him to die, feel like he died alone. I drove to Memorial Hospital, and when we got to the hospital, I got everybody out of the car while I was shot and helped everybody get inside the hospital, because it was like people at the hospital really didn't want to help us.
Where were you shot?
In the back,
Where was Abdul Jr. shot?
in the head.
What about your nephew? Is that Sammy?
Oh, he got shot about 7 times. He's paralyzed right now.
And Torgon was shot?
Yes.
Now, Hakeem Robinson is not in the vehicle when the shooting happened, correct?
No.
How was he affected mentally by Abdul Jr. and his family members being hurt?
I mean, he was angry about it. I mean, we was all angry about it.
Now, at this point, Abdul Robinson Sr. testifies about what happened when he was called on January 15, 2020.
Turning your attention back specifically to January 15, 2020, did you get asked for help that day?
Well, I was asked to give somebody a ride, start a ride.
And who asked you specifically?
Abdul Jr. He called me. I think he called me more than once.
When you spoke to Abdul Jr., did he tell you why Leroy Whitaker needed a ride?
No.
How did you know where to go pick Leroy Whitaker up?
Well, Abdul Jr. sent me a pin drop, a location.
What were you driving?
On Dodge Challenger.
Is that a car that's actually in your name?
Yes.
Prior to picking Leroy Whitaker up that day, did you ever speak to him on the phone?
Called him, and I think the location thing took me past the location, and I called him, asking where he was at, and he told me what house he was in. It was a car in the yard, a certain car. I can't remember what the car was though.
When they both came out, how were they acting? How were they walking?
I mean, I would say a little urgent. Yes, they had on some pajamas, some Mountain Dew pajamas.
Now, as you were driving Leroy Whitaker and Dominique Barner away, did you find out what had happened to Charles McCormick?
Yes.
After getting away from that neighborhood, did you make a stop?
We stopped in Grand Park, switch cars. We got in a white Impala. It was my daughter's car, but it was in my name.
Why did you want to switch out of your Dodge Challenger?
I mean, after I found out what happened, we in an orange car, very noticeable.
Did you eventually make it back to your home?
Yes.
After you got back to your home, did you do anything else to assist either Leroy Whitaker or Dominique Barner?
Well, I took the clothes they had on and left with them. I went over there off Kings Road behind Burger King, put them in this fire barrel.
Did you set them on fire?
Yes. I mean, it was just my way to help.
And then the prosecutor has Abdul Robinson Sr. identify his own son as the triggerman in the surveillance video of Charles McCormick's death.
January 15, 2020, you became aware of a video recording that captured the murder of Charles McCormick. Is that correct?
Yes.
Did you, when you viewed that recording, recognize the person depicted in it?
Yes.
Who is the person that was captured on the video recording shooting Charles McCormick?
My son.
What's your son's name?
Hakeem.
I don't even have words for that.
After the murder of Charles McCormick, did you become aware of a post on Hakeem Robinson's Instagram account referencing something that happened?
Yes.
Was that posted from a nail salon?
Yes.
So y'all heard him, right? I'm sorry I took so long. Y'all know how that dog do sometimes. He act just like a baby. So y'all heard what he said, right? He said it was his son. The prosecutors didn't even know who actually the person was in the video, allegedly. They didn't know who the person was. Now, the person in the video does not have the body structure of his son and the height as well. But he told them that's his son. Alleged. Okay? Now, this is what another content creator had said, and I believe she says the same thing too. Shout out to this amazing content creator because she is breaking this down, baby. You hear me? Shout out to I am not a lawyer, but, okay? Listen, fair use, baby. Okay? Fair use. All right? This man identified the person in the video as his son. Let's continue.
I want him to remove the post.
Are you aware of any other posts Hakeem Robinson made to his social media around that time?
It was another post of dude look up. It was the emojis that had.
Oh, Charlie, mine is a pig.
Quick context
He's a
for
pig.
what was
He's
just
big, though.
said
He looked like
is
a
that
bear.
according to prosecutors,
Huge.
a couple days after Charles McCormick's death, Hakeem Robinson made a post on his Instagram that said, "Kill an N-word and go get my toes done." And the picture for the post was of his feet at the nail salon. And then the second picture was actually of Charles McCormick, and the caption had hand emojis waving by.
Now, don't get me wrong. The son is toxic. For that's some crazy shit for you to post on your Facebook page. And y'all young people always do nonsense. To post this on your page, go kill a ninja, and then go get my toenails done. You know what I'm saying? Then he posts another picture of the young man in question that was deleted, okay? And then he got, waving, the fingers waving goodbye to the person. So I'm just saying this some crazy shit. This is some crazy shit. I'm sorry. This is straight up crazy. All right. Oh my God. Now, somebody gave me a $2 super chat. Who gave that to me? Because I'm looking. Ricky, good morning. How are you, sir? It's good to see you. Thank you for coming to rock with us. Guys, please, when you get time, like and subscribe to Ricky Williams on IG and also YouTube, baby. Get in there and like and subscribe to that brother. Amazing content. While you there, tell him take heed, sit, man, baby. Okay? Don't be in your feelings when you go to Ricky channel. You hear me? Don't be in your feelings. That brother will dog walk you. Don't be in your feelings. Mr. He said, was that you? Thank you so much for the $2 super chat, sir. I greatly appreciate that. And then for Ricky Williams for the $4.99 super chat. Ricky, thank you so much for donating to the channel. He said, good morning, Pumpkin. He said, good morning, Pumpkin. Please hit the like button. Going live tonight. Please come through, everyone. It's gonna be ugly. It's gonna get ugly. Ooh. All right, I'll be there. I'ma be there. You know what I dislike? Sometimes YouTube notifications is terrible. They notifications is terrible. If you're not in your YouTube, like just scrolling and stuff, you don't see none of the notifications that you need to see. It's crazy. Okay? A lot of people be getting in here talking about, I don't see you when you come on, take heed. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. They doing nonsense. I be talking about a lot of stuff and they be mad with me and stuff. Anyway, let's get back to this video. Okay? Let's get back to this video right here. All right? This is nonsense. I'm going to share something with you. If you are a father that is a law-abiding citizen, okay? You ain't never been on no street stuff, okay? You have always done what you're supposed to do. We have a different type of talk coming. But when you have been in these streets and you have been thugging it out, there's no way you could get me to just, turn on my kid. You know what I'm saying? There's no way you could get me to turn on my kid. I'm already going to face jail time. You know what I'm saying? What kind of sentence that you could give me that I'm still going to be hurting that I sent my kid up the river? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's continue. Here we go.
Abdul Robinson Sr. gives his final words for his direct examination.
Okay.
Though some people may not believe it, even though you sat here and testified here today, do you still love your family?
Yes.
Is this easy for you to do?
He said, I know maybe some people may not believe it, that you don't love your family, but this is not easy for you to do. He said, no, it's not easy. Here we go. Let's go.
No, it's the hardest thing I've had to do in my life.
Is that okay? Questions?
Now on to cross by Leroy Whitaker's attorney.
You love your family, Mr. Robinson. That's what we just heard, right?
Yes.
I guess you love yourself.
Of course. Self-love first, right?
Over your children.
That's the law of nature. Love yourself first.
Given the context of this whole situation, saying that out loud is wild.
You're cooperating in this case, correct, sir?
Correct.
This is not.
And he had like a smug smile on his face when she asked him that. You know what I'm saying? This is why I tell y'all there's a difference between a man with a king mindset and there's a difference between a man that is a Pookie and Rere. Let me share something with you. If you would have raised the first batch of children in an upright manner, we wouldn't have this conversation right now. See, children copy what they see. If they see their father thugging it out and there's no change, they're going to do it. Like, how is you 54 years old, you still out here gangbanging? That does not make sense. I don't care who told y'all that shit makes sense. That does not make sense. Let's continue. Here we go.
Operation, is it?
No.
You've somewhat made a career out of it, have you not?
I wouldn't say career.
Well, you first testified against an officer. Testified against Officer Eric Sinclair back in 1999.
Wait, is testifying against an officer considered cooperating?
No, I didn't.
Came forward with information.
Yeah.
The officer evidently didn't take it to trial, correct?
Correct.
But your cooperation, your testifying to the federal government caused him to enter a plea, right?
I'm not gonna agree with that.
Okay. Well, what you probably will agree with
Every time she changes her voice to that, it makes me laugh.
is that your sentence was dramatically reduced, right?
Yep.
What you were facing back in 1999, you could have gotten up to life imprisonment, and it was reduced to 10 years, right?
Nope.
Substantial reduction?
My time was reduced to 22 years.
How much did you serve?
About 10 years and 3 months, 4 months.
So to an ultimate actual serving sentence of about 10 years.
Yes, well, it was a law change, and that's how my time got reduced again.
Well, and your cooperation, sir.
Yeah.
A pretty good deal you make for yourself.
Yeah.
You've also worked as a confidential informant for police, haven't you?
Yeah.
Damn, Daddy. The attorney then briefly addresses Abdul Robinson Sr.'s remark about being there for his younger children.
And I think you told us you want to be there for your younger kids, right?
Yes.
Do you agree with me? You weren't there for your older kids.
That's why I know better this time.
Okay.
Then there was this random exchange about one of the people who was in the car when Willie Addison lost his life.
It took you to the age 54 to know better this time. It took you to age 54 to know better this time. Like all the other kids grew up, you didn't change in your 30s. You didn't change in your 40s, no. So now you like, okay, I'm sick now. And so I want to at least spend time with the younger ones. So let me see if I could work out a deal. If I have never seen any shady shit in my life, this will be the first thing I will point to. That will be some shady shit. You understand? Like if I never seen anything crazy, this will be the first thing. And I'll be like, no, this sounds crazy. Let's go back. Here we go.
Do you know Moody's full name?
I think it's Antonio McLaurin or something like that.
Antonio McLaurin.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Were you aware that Antonio...
No. At least he's changing. Get out my chat. Get out my chat. At least he's changing. At 54, he's sending his son up the river. At least he's changing. I get so tired of YouTube. I keep telling y'all to stop sending children over here to my chat. If you can't take the conversation, please scroll up. Please scroll up if you can't take the conversation. Okay? If you can't take it, baby, you got to go. This is adult conversation. This is adult talk. This grown folk business. You ever hear Big Mama when she used to say back in the day, go sit down. This grown folk business. That's what it is. Let's continue. Here we go.
Aaron wore a wire on Mr. Barner?
Yes. Do we need to speak sidebar about that?
And so I'm sorry, you told us another person that was in the car with you all when Willie Addison was killed and you all were shot was a person with the nickname, I'm sorry, give it to us one more time. Moody. And you believe Moody's full formal name is Antonio McLaurin?
Yes.
And my question to you was, were you aware that Antonio McLaurin wore a confidential wire on Dominique Barner?
Yes.
You were?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the point of that was, but apparently everybody in Florida cooperating with the police. Y'all better be careful. Leroy Whitaker's defense attorney wraps up her cross-examination by highlighting that Leroy Whitaker was younger than everyone, doesn't do music, and really didn't know Willie Addison all that well. So he had no reason to participate in this crime.
Now, we've heard you kind of explain that on January 15th, you end up driving your Dodge Challenger, correct?
Yes.
Over to the Townsend Road area?
Yes.
And you claim that you then picked up Dominique Barner and Leroy Whitaker, correct?
Yes.
Willie and Leroy Whitaker had no relationship whatsoever, right?
Not that I know of.
And Leroy Whitaker does not rap that you're aware of, correct?
No.
And with all of your testimony, though, you have not heard Leroy Whitaker specifically ever make any kind of statement that he wanted Charles McCormick dead, correct?
Correct.
And you have never heard Leroy Whitaker ever say anything to suggest he knew anyone was going to get out of a car and shoot Charles McCormick, correct?
No, I haven't.
Next up is cross-examination by Hakeem Robinson's attorney, and he starts off by talking about what Hakeem had going on right before this incident took place. And he kind of hints at Abdul Robinson Sr. wanting to be Hakeem's manager, but Hakeem basically left him behind.
Let's talk about.
So y'all heard what she said. Shout out to this amazing sister. She's breaking down this content so well. You hear me? I am not a lawyer, but okay, shout out to that sister. You see how his lawyer is about to come in, right? And what it sounds like to me is that the father was jealous that the son rap career was taken off and that the boy didn't bring his father along as the manager. So if you put this together, now you can see why he believed the man in the video is his son. When everybody can see in the video that the person that they're accusing is not the same height as his son, not the same width as his son, but he's saying it's his son. Let's continue. Here we go.
Robinson. In 2019,
The real
an
team,
opportunity
how
came
are
his way,
you?
right? He was close friends with another rapper by the name of Young and Ace. He's known Ace for a long time. Now, at the time, Ace was signed by Cinematic, right?
Correct.
And at that time, Hakeem was lucky enough to get connected with Johnny Shipes, right?
Correct.
Now, this is the same guy that found Nipsey Hussle in California, Joey Badass, T-Pain.
Yo.
So this wasn't a small deal. He had a legitimate record deal.
Right.
Right.
You also agree that drill rap at that sells a lot better than happy rap, like Will Smith rap,
Right.
right?
Now, why is
He
Will Smith
said
catching
Will
strays?
Smith happy
You had
rap.
hopes prior to manage Ace, right?
Yes.
But he didn't take you along.
No, he already had a manager.
And then your son gets signed in 2019, right?
Right.
He's off in California shooting a music video in December. He didn't bring you along either.
That ain't true, man. That's not.
And he laughing about it. He's laughing about it. Okay? He's laughing about it. He's like, nah, that ain't true. That ain't true. He laughing about it. Okay? This is the daddy, 54 years old. You want to be in the young crowd with your kids. 54 years old. Let's continue.
He did not agree to let you manage his career. Or is your testimony that he did, he wanted you to manage it?
Of course.
Of course not. He didn't want you to manage it.
Of course, he did.
Yet you weren't with him on any of those trips, right?
I was with him on a lot of trips.
You have no credits on any of his songs.
No, I don't want no credits on this song.
And Johnny Shipes is the one that is in the records as his manager.
Doesn't it seem like he's saying Abdul Robinson Sr. could be the trigger man? He is. And he doesn't stop. The attorney only doubles down with these next clips.
Now let's talk about the motive of others. Your testimony is that Hakeem Robinson, who was not shot, who is not ideologically tied to Willie Addison like you, that somehow he had more motive than the other people that were actually shot, right? The whole thing about P Money was because you believe that he was behind Willie's murder, right?
Right.
So now Charles McCormick comes along and he's putting out a song. His song isn't getting any traction, but your testimony is that was a motive enough for murder.
Is this song?
Yes.
Yeah.
But there's a whole list of people that would be way above him to have.
So what it sounds like to me, y'all tell me if I'm reaching. It sounds like the father is the one that allegedly might have done this thing, but he's saying it was his son. Okay, that's what it sounds like to me, because remember, he was out in January. So they're saying that this happened around that time, allegedly, okay? This is just my take on it. So that's what it sounds like they're trying to say. The father is the one who took this other man, this young man out. Because remember, this all stemmed from this man being pow in the back twice. He got pow in the back twice by some I guess group of people, whatever. And then one of his sons got deleted, okay? Then another son is paralyzed. Stepson is paralyzed, or stepson has passed away, or the real son might be paralyzed. I don't even know. But the son, who is the rapper, he has nothing to do with it. He was not in the car with them at the time that they ran down. I hope I'm saying this right. Growing like facts. Okay, growing. I hope I'm saying it right. Okay, because all this hood shit, I'm not into all this hood shit. But this broke my heart when you hear the father testifying against his son. And you already got to do time. You already got, you about to get sit up the river already. And so you gonna go and serve your child on a platter, and you already got time. You understand? Anyway, let's continue. Here we go.
Motive to kill Charles McCormick, right? You?
Nah.
No?
Nah.
You'd have no motive to kill a guy who's basically laughing about the night that you were shot.
I mean, not me.
He's saying he have no motive. The guy made a rap song about pew pewing him, and he like, I ain't got no, I don't care about what he said. This is an OG allegedly. So a young cat laughing about you got pew pew by him. And so you don't think that, oh, you're not going to retaliate. You ain't got nothing to do with it. Alleged. Let's continue. Here we go.
Shouldn't kill him pro se myself.
Look, all I know is this. You claim that the phone that's used by the shooter, that's registered in your name. You allegedly burned the clothes that
Y'all heard that, right? The Peace Be Still is registered as him. He's the user. Okay? Alleged. I don't know who this lawyer is, but the son got a good lawyer. Probably the record company got him this lawyer. Let's continue. Here we go.
had on him. You break through the police perimeter to pick up Leroy Whitaker and Barner, right?
Come on, man. You exaggerating, man. You know it wasn't no police perimeter, none of that. You exaggerating now.
I'm exaggerating that there wasn't drones and helicopters overhead.
How would I know that?
Because you were driving to the location?
And I would see a drone in the air?
All right, let's say the JSO. We'll let JSO answer the question whether they had a perimeter and they had hundreds of officers trying to find the shooter that was running through neighborhoods.
You really think I would have went through there if I seen all those police and all that? Or a drone and a helicopter? You think I would have went up in there with my car registered in my name?
You don't want me to answer that question.
Well, I want you to, because it's a good point.
You live this life in the streets, right?
Nah.
Or wait, are you telling me that you, as the patriarch of the family, that basically these kids come by and say, hey, Blue, go do this?
They didn't call Leroy Whitaker daddy to go do it. They called me. They didn't. What if they would have called somebody? I wouldn't see how they would feel if they would have called somebody else to go pick somebody up. They didn't. They called me. If I would have knew something was going on, I wouldn't have never went. Then I'm going to go over there in my car with my phone and knowing something going on. I would like to been, if I would like to been involved in a crime, I'd like to know that I'm involved in a crime. Let me know that, okay, it's a crime happening now. Let me know something.
So he went and picked them up, and he's saying he didn't know that a crime happened. This is an OG, y'all, allegedly. He said he went and picked them up, and he didn't know a crime was happening. How does that sound to y'all? How does that sound to y'all? Let's continue.
I was in the blind.
So you're a victim in this case, right?
I ain't gonna say I'm a victim, but I would like to know that I'm being involved in something and just ask for a ride.
All right, so then after you know about it, you're then cool with going to burn clothes, right?
Yeah, after I get to know about it, I was cool with that.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit of a felony, destruction of evidence.
Yeah, I did it. I like started.
I definitely know you didn't call 911.
Right.
That conscience only grew later when you were looking at life.
Yeah.
The attorney wraps up his cross-examination by going,
Said that conscience only grew later when you found out you were looking at life. Now you're looking at life. And so now the conscience had grew because now you think, now it's like, oh, it's over. It's over. I'm going down for this mess. It's done. It's sad. It's sad. But I'm going to share something with you. This is the difference between ninjas and black folks. You understand? There's a difference between ninjas and black folks. You go into a ninja neighborhood, ain't nothing nice in there. Everything is tore down. All the stores is closed up. It look nasty down there. You understand? And the ninja neighborhood, it look nasty. But when you go to a black folk neighborhood, that melanated neighborhood, that everybody is upright and doing what they supposed to do, you ain't never seen a place so clean in your life. You ain't never seen a community that stick together like they supposed to. But there's a difference between ninjas and black folks. There's a difference. And my melanated brothers and sisters, we gotta let these ninjas know, the front 2 rows, these bastards in the front, we gotta let them know we tired of being connected to y'all so-and-sos. We tired of being connected to y'all. Y'all do the most nonsense shit in the world. We're tired. The average melanated family, they take care of what they got to do. You understand? Mama, daddy working. Daddy working, mama home. Either or. They taking care of those kids. They going to the school like they supposed to. The child ain't running out in the street doing nonsense. This is an average black family. It's the ninjas that got the problem. They the ones that's breeding these monsters into our bloodline and doing the most. Why do you think it makes sense to go out and do drive-bys and delete people? Anybody, and you can just sit up there and be just, so nonchalant about people dying. You laughing, you smirking, you 54 years old, and this shit is funny to you? Let's go back.
Her deal that Hakeem signed right before this incident took place.
Mr. Robinson, one more thing. The deal with Cinematic, that occurred right in the months before this murder, right?
Yes.
Basically right around December, they fly him out to California. He's shooting music videos, but it's right around that time that he inked that deal.
I'm not sure. I don't remember him going out to California, so I can't say.
But you can say that that deal was inked right around that time.
Yes.
Nothing further. Thank you.
Prosecutors did a very brief recross and had Abdul Robinson Sr. watch the video surveillance of the incident and again confirmed that it was his son.
What?
So Hakeem.
As he sits here today, does Hakeem Robinson look the same as he did?
And he's sitting there breathing. That was Hakeem. Like it hurt him to say, oh, this my kid in the video. You understand? The video surveillance you got, that's my kid. And so Hakeem's lawyer is like, is this the Hakeem that you see today sitting in the chair right here? So now let's hear what the father say. Here we go.
He like grown, gained a little weight.
That was a lot. Could y'all imagine testifying against your child?
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Shout out to I am not a lawyer, but I'm not a lawyer, but now we go into a melanated brother who has done prison time. This is the next content creator that's coming up. He has done prison time, so he has a different rendition of this nonsense right here, okay? So we're going to get in here, and I'm going to let him introduce himself, okay? Let's get it. Let's get it. Here we go.
Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Yo, check it out. This was a crazy story you must watch. I know I've been off for a moment, but check this out. On the left, you got the father, right? Abdul Robinson. On the right, you got, the son. Now, the father's in the van, and 4 of his sons is with him. 2 of them gets, body, gets unalive, and he gets hit up 3 times in the back while he's out and about. Now, the other son, he comes in and he goes out and he allegedly gets revenge for his father and his 2 brothers, and then you won't even believe what happened next. This is a true hood story, so you understand how real dirty and grimy the hood gets, and that's why I tell you don't get involved in the hood. But before we go any further, make sure you subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel, at Unique Maker Audio, and this joint is sponsored by Cashbox. Be on the lookout. We making a couple of improvements. We get ready to get the apps. You can test the app out. $1, we send $1 back to you just to make sure it works. If you want to be a part of that participation, please hit me in the DM in my Instagram, Unique Maker Audio. Now let's get it popping. All
right now.
You know what it is, Unique Maker Audio. Make sure you like, subscribe, and support the channel. We giving you some real exclusive. Like I said, we got a father and 2 sons lost their lives coming from a club in an SUV. We're going to play this out. Now they're on trial. I'm taking my time to introduce you to the situation because I know my subscribers are a little older and from different places. They might not know about this, but this is a real, true hood tale. Sit back and enjoy the ride because you won't even believe this. What do you think the father do at the end of this from what I just told you? Let's keep it moving.
What's up, what it do, Drill Chain TV checking in once again. And Young and A's homeboy Ksoo'S and his cousin ATK Scotty trial underway for that M that took place on January the 15th, 2020. And although both of their attorneys sounded promising in their opening arguments by implementing the B-Rabbit off an 8-mile method, and what's that? By telling the jury everything the state could possibly come up with to say in a negative fashion. Now, although they was in there cooking, the prosecutor still saying they cooked. And in fact, this case is an open and shut slam dunk based on the evidence they comprise that we're going to get onto later on in this video. But first, hit the like button and share this one time for your boy to spread awareness. And if you're subscribed to the channel,
you know what it is.
It's time to do it now. Thank you, I appreciate the support.
Now check this out.
The work in this research, man. Let's jump right into it. Now, many of us seen the still image that's floating around as a slender-built gentleman with the 2-tone hoodie and dismissed it as being Ksoo'S. Me personally, I had no clue. I'm just reporting. That's up to you guys to decide. So let me. All
right, just so you understand what's going on. That slim-built person with the AK running across the parking lot that gunned dude down, he's about 160 pounds, 140 pounds, and the dude that they're saying that is under that mask is 6'2" and about 220, 240 pounds. So we already know all the police testified and everything at the time in the scene of the crime that got there on the scene of the crime that saw the person running across the thing, that it was somebody about 5'8", and now in the trial he's switching it up to say that, oh, from behind the car, looking at the picture, the way he looked, this and that, but I wasn't that close to him, but he was about 6'2", so let's burn the brother we trying to burn. But that's how they work. The whole thing is about getting the conviction. We trying to get this right. We trying to let the youth know.
The thing is that how do you say a person is this height and weight and then you change it once y'all actually see what this brother looked like now? Now you like, okay, well, it could have been, you know what I'm saying? Did he grow like that in the last couple of months? Did he grow that? You know what I'm saying? The height, did he grow? You know what I'm saying? They got the wrong person, but they needed to seal this brother fate. So that's why they got the father involved. And the father said, yeah, that's my son. Now, alleged. Let's continue. Here we go.
Involved in the street. So did you understand what I said? Let's keep up. Let's pay attention. I'm going to do it real fast. We keep this moving till we ride. Young man in the screen, 140, 160 pounds. The person who they're saying that's behind the mask in the screen is someone that's 220 to 240, 6'2", solid built, so we know that's not him. And only thing that put him in the scene of the crime is a rat bastard saying that that's him behind the mask, and you won't even believe it, his daddy. But we're going to find out why. Let's keep it moving.
He called the daddy a rat bastard. He said the only person that's putting him on that camera is the daddy. Nobody else can say that that's him. The daddy is saying it's him, okay? Nobody else, the prosecutor, nothing. It's the daddy that's saying, oh no, this is him, okay? Y'all, please forgive the sound. They came to do the grass today, so please forgive me for the sound. Here we go. Let's continue.
In the comments. However, prosecutor saying Charles McCormick, a.k.a. Little Buck from 6 Block, home of Julio Fulio, made a diss track against ATK spoke on the Willie Addison hit. So
now, y'all remember Julio, so y'all get caught up, because I might even bring that in there, because all this getting ready to play out. I'm talking really fast. I'm talking like
Give
I'm
me
talking
1
to the
minute.
homies.
I want to
So if
check
you don't
something,
understand, slow down
because
this
I think
YouTube video. So
something
Julio's
is
a
down
young man
in
that
the
wanted to get
backyard.
shot, and
Give
then
me
he
1
wanted to
minute,
go down.
y'all.
He made videos in the graveyard, dissing the ops, singing that he smoked on the, on the dead while he's in the graveyard. So he winds up dead. Then they thinking that a young and Mace did it because he made a video and he used the Don Julio body on it right after it happened, and he was one of the people that was beefing with Julio. Pay attention, this sounds a little crazy, but we're gonna keep on. I'm sure you're gonna understand. You just slow this down, move it around, and let's go, because I'm trying to speed up to get you up the pace so I can start covering the trial.
Sorry,
But you
guys.
first must know what's
It's
going
okay.
on and how I led to the trial. It's a very good podcast that knocked this out. Let's keep it moving.
January the 15th, 2020, Ksoo'S, his brother, his cousin, ATK Scotty, along with his friend Butter and his cousin Torgon, followed Lil Buck from his apartment complex to a temp service called Express Employment. So as they watched Buck walk into the establishment, they parked over in the cut behind his car so they'd be able to spot him when he walked out. So Buck went in there and took care of his business and lined him up a job, but as he was walking out to the parking lot.
Now, so in other words, the young person that they tracking, he goes into a temp agency to get a job to try and change his life, and after he gets the job, he comes out with a red folder. As he goes out in the law, they're sitting there, they stalking him because of the beef that he had, that he's trying to escape by going to get a job and trying to move forward and get his life ready. Right now, so that's what's going on. So they stalked him in the lot allegedly.
So I know the brother is talking kind of fast, but he's saying the person that they actually deleted was trying to change his life. Okay, the father, they claim that the father who got shot. I shouldn't say shot. Oh God, got pow in the back, and then one of the brothers got deleted, the other one got paralyzed or whatever, right? Okay, so they're trying to say that the young man who did the nonsense to them was trying to change his life, that he started trying to look for work and everything like that he didn't want to be a part of the gangbang and stuff no more. Allegedly. Alleged. Let's continue.
But running down on it, pay attention to this, because I want you to see how this play out, because your daddy gonna speak after this.
Driver stated that Ksoo called the order. Initially, they planned for Ksoo and Scotty to pop out and chase him down and possibly shoot him in the car. But Ksoo friend stated that Ksoo was thirstier than dead grass, and when he seen him, he said, "There you go," and popped out.
Thank you,
You see what I'm
Charlie.
saying? His homies on trial, on the stand, testifying against him, telling that he's the one that popped it, allegedly, and that he said, "There you go," and he jumped out like a bat out of hell because he wanted to get revenge. Let's go. They saying that's the motive.
Now we got right to it, and in that moment, that's when the prosecutor said that Ksoo stood right over him and made a mess with them 223s.
Wait, they stood over him and hit him up with 223s. Right? That stuff up inside him.
Now this is too low. I don't know why
She
it's too
stood over
low.
the young man and his leg was separated.
Oh
His face
my God,
covered.
that's nasty.
Read the description on the screen, because I'm leaving it up for you to hear it during this podcast.
Guys, please forgive me. This is too much today.
Who shot and killed this man in Arlington. This is a new picture of Charles McCormick Jr. given to Action News checks by his family. They say he was supposed to be starting a new job yesterday.
A new job.
Tell me that's not a baby. That's someone's
He's trying to change
but
his
this is what
life.
our children is doing out there. That's what's so sad, that we have to get a grip.
You're
Because
right.
I can understand the psyche and the mentality of the father of the alleged shooter, because we was out there. And I'm gonna break that down to you. Bear with me, sit back and listen to this. If you don't watch nothing else on YouTube, watch this video to the end. Remember, it's sponsored by Cashbox. Subscribe to my daughter's YouTube channel at Juanita Mecca Audio. And let's keep this moving. Alright.
The first showed you this surveillance video of the suspect running through a backyard last night at 5. This happened after they crashed a stolen getaway car.
So they say that after they shot the dude up, coming out the temp agency, trying to get his life straight, to get away from the problem that he created while they was after him in the first place, they wound up crashing the police car, and now we just showed you video of them police jumping the fence, chasing him, getting away, and then you're going to see that the one allegedly Ksoo that they say was the shooter, because that's what they saying it is. They saying he got away and he ran away with his rifle, but the other young men, they left their guns in the car, allegedly, and ran up in a female's house, allegedly kidnapped her, allegedly held her down. And can you believe that people like this was in the society is how the world is looking at it? Now let's pay attention and remember, we ride.
It was an off-duty cop at Publix in a close proximity to...
Now the house they ran up in was a Caucasian woman. The house they ran up in and called themselves kidnapping her, two of the men who were responsible for the pow 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 and two, right? Okay, that they were riding with whoever that did the nonsense. They ran up in, because the police was chasing them, they ran up in a Caucasian woman's house. This is why y'all got to learn how to lock your doors. You got to learn how to lock your doors. I'm telling you right now, y'all just be leaving your doors open all willy-nilly. Got to learn how to lock your doors. It's crazy. Okay? Charlie, baby, I see you for the $10 super chat. Thank you, my dear. I greatly appreciate you. Okay? Let's continue. Here we go.
Fire and gave chase to the stolen Nissan Altima that was being driven by the friend Butter. Eventually, he crashed. Now they hopped out and on feet. Officers say Scotty and Butter ran in one direction towards the house they crashed at, and Queso ran in the opposite direction.
So see, Queso ran the opposite direction. They're trying to say that this is Queso right here. So being there trying to say this is Queso, this young man is only 140 to 160 pounds. Queso's about 220 to 240 to 6'2", and this young man is 5'8", roughly.
The size don't match. But just like Groen said, I think Groen put it in here. Groen said they just want a body. Groen said they just want a body. The structure doesn't match. 160, 5'8", and then Queso is about 2 something and 6 something in height. That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense, y'all. Yes, he doesn't, Coco. He doesn't fit the description at all. Only thing they got is that the daddy said, that's him. The daddy pointed and said, that's him. That's all they got. Now, these prosecutors, they know that's not that boy. They know it's not him. Okay? But the daddy about to get a sweet deal for pointing and saying, yeah, that's my son. Do you understand? Yeah, that's my son. Let me put it on him. That's my son. Because they got to give the daddy a sweet, sweet deal to get out of Dodge. Let's continue. Here we go.
Sides of the pictures, the way they break it down, they trying to say it's Queso behind the mask. But wait till you hear who they saying, telling that it's Queso behind the mask. Let's keep it moving.
The officer put his attention on Queso until he hopped a couple fences and got up out of there with rifle in hand and hold one. But prosecutors mentioned it was caught on the ring camera, and they claim they got footage of the murder. So the off-duty officer radios to the other officers their direction of travel. The officers claim, unlike Queso, Scotty and Butter left their weapons in a stolen Nissan and made their way in the backyard of a 57-year-old woman. And Butter,
see, they crashed the car, ran up in somebody, 57-year-old woman's house, allegedly, and this is what plays out after that. I'm just giving you the play so you keep it moving. That's why we moving as fast, because you already know we riding.
Into her home without permission, try to evade the police.
Right.
So boom, they make it into the woman's house. She walking out the bathroom and she spot the 2 guys and tell them, get out of my house. But in some colorful language, right? And proceeded to make it out on her front porch yelling help. So the both of them pulled this lady back in her home. And it was said that Butter proceeded to choke her down to the ground and took her phone and threatened to cause further harm if she didn't comply. So then Scotty calls Crazy K. So then they take the woman's clothing, most likely her husband's that was at work, change into that and share their location. And then about an hour later, Queso dad and his brother pulls up in a red orange Dodge Challenger. So then they jump in with Queso dad and evade the police. And so the lady makes it to her porch, flags down an officer that's still in the area and gave a description of the perpetrators.
Those men later got away after keeping a woman hostage inside her home for more than an hour. I'm Jeff.
Now, could you imagine how society is looking at this?
Now I'm going to stop because Charlie, you right. He said it wasn't nothing like that. He wasn't paying attention to any drones or anything. How was it that the lady was able to step out her house and flag one of the officers down if there was nothing around? You understand? He said he didn't notice anything around. First of all, let me share something with you. Even in our neighborhood, right? Okay. When we hear the helicopter, we know some shit done happened over here, not in our neighborhood, but somewhere in our town. So we know some shit done happened when you hear the helicopter come up. So he knows something, you know what I'm saying? He's involved in it, but he want to sit up there and act like, no, he don't have anything to do with it. He don't know anything about what happened, this and that, because he's trying to save himself. Oh, I got to save myself for the 2 6-year-olds and the 8-year-old, but you didn't think about saving yourself when these other kids that are all on the devil's platter, you didn't think about saving these other kids when you were in the streets doing nonsense. This is why I tell y'all, kids copy what they see. Whatever you do, mama and daddy, these children copy what they see. It's sad. Let's continue. Here we go. Unique Mecca Audio. Shout out to this brother. Amazing content. Let's get to it. Here we go.
Norm where we come from. And we accept this as the norm because we're psychologically traumatized to accept the abnormal to be the normal. And people from the outside looking in, they say that we have mental issues that we don't even see because we believe it's the norm. Do you understand? I'll break this down from psychological points so you can understand. Because here you go, you got a father that's going to be doing his thing, and I'm going to get into that when the father starts speaking. But right now, could you imagine someone breaking the house, holding you down, kidnapping you for hours while they wait on a getaway driver to come? Welcome to America. These are the people that they want off the street. These brothers is allegedly charged with this. They fight for their life. They got co-defendants. They got caught up for various other things and these crimes themselves. And now they're pointing the finger at them, trying to get them down. And you got this young man, Ksoo'S, that's fighting for his life. And they have a picture of someone that's 5'8" when he's 6'2". The person in the picture is only 140 to 160 pounds, and he's every bit of 200 to 240, so we know that's not him. That's the only thing that linked him to it, because he got away with his alleged rifle. Let's keep it moving.
I'm Tanika Hughes. Action News Jax Elizabeth Pace has been on the story since she first found the woman who was held captive. Elizabeth is live in Arlington, and that woman told you that she's now worried the guys might come back for her.
Could you imagine how that woman is living right now after experiencing that, knowing they're on the run, knowing that they're on trial, knowing that now she has to testify against them. And how she's sleeping at night. No one should have to go through that.
Nothing.
Let's move. Can we ride?
She's doing much better today and hopeful that police might be close to answers, but now the adrenaline has worn off and she's sore and just anxious that these guys might come back. This is a little bit of what they left over. This is where they crashed. That stolen car looks like part of the plastic bumper here, and then over here we see part of the headlight. Now, although this still sits here on the sidewalk and is a reminder of what happened yesterday, she says she's not going to let them run her out of her own home.
I know that's right.
It all started at this store in Arlington, Express Employment Professionals. Police say someone shot up the store Wednesday morning, killing a young man. Today I learned that man was an up-and-coming music artist, 23-year-old Charles McCormick Jr. These are new pictures of him given to us by his family. They didn't want to go on camera, but told me they're crushed by his loss. He was supposed to be starting a new job that day. Before the suspects could get too far, they crashed their stolen getaway car about 2 miles on Townsend Boulevard. Neighbors gave me this home surveillance video that shows them running through yards and hopping a fence to get away from police. Then they chose a random woman's home to hide and change clothes. Okay, so what happened? So you just saw them
my house. They were in my house. I came out of the bathroom and they were in my house.
We were getting video of the crashed car when I heard screams for help. She told me the two suspects just left her home after holding her hostage for an hour and a half. I helped her over to police and I've checked in with her a few times since then. She says she's sore after trying to fight them off, but refuses to let them win.
She's resilient. Never again, you never think anything like that.
She said she was trying to fight them off. 2 young men, middle-aged white woman trying to fight 2 melanated men off. Y'all got to learn how to lock your doors. You got to learn how to lock your doors. You gotta learn how to lock your doors. And so only person they have to connect the son there, Ksoo'S there, is the father. The father is the one who is linking the son there. But the build of the person and the height is not the same as the son. But they're going to give you less time in prison if you say your son is the one who is responsible. That's some nasty work, baby. That's some nasty work. And you're sitting up there saying, my son is the one in the video. My son is the one in the video. Now, like I told y'all earlier, okay? A law-abiding citizen, okay? If you are a law-abiding citizen, this might be different. This might go different. But you already in the streets. You already had done nonsense. You already about to go do 30 years each on a charge that they about to hit you with for another situation. So let me get in here and tell them what they want to hear. This is a case of let me tell them what they want to hear so that I could get less time, because you saying you want to be able to raise the 3 children that is young, the 2 6-year-olds and the 1 8-year-old. You said F the rest of those other kids, all the older ones. You got 11 children. F the rest of all those older ones. I don't care nothing about them. Let me try to have a relationship with these 3 younger ones because they don't get to see me. They don't get to be, you know, I'm not going to be there for their special events. Mind you, you wasn't there for none of the older ones' special events. And this is heartbreaking, my sisters. This is heartbreaking, my sisters, because you want to know why? We are at the helm of this foolery. This man got 11 kids. How did he get 11 children? This man got 11 kids. Y'all from the sisterhood, y'all gave this man 11 children. And clearly you can tell this man was never a man of substance. Y'all was screwing this man. And y'all brought babies into this world, and they needed a father of substance, not this man right here. You see how he's serving his own son up for a feast. He's serving his own son's life for a feast. And he's the one at the head of the table. Let's continue. Here we go.
Into you, and especially her.
Kim was the first friend to find her. She also lives nearby.
We've been putting it through our heads, all the different scenarios that could have happened, and we're just so thankful that she's alive. It could have went so many different ways.
Now, we do know that JSO detectives have been back out here collecting DNA, and neighbors are hopeful that they'll make an arrest soon.
Now, Butter had distinct tattoos on his forearms, and the victim provided that information to the police. That same day, officers had looked at a photo spread, and she identified Butter as the one who choked her out, but she couldn't identify ATF Scotty because she didn't really see his face clearly. But to Scotty's surprise, they didn't really need her because when they pulled her back in the house, he left DNA on her clothing. That DNA evidence, along with phone records, proved that Scotty and Butter were the 2 that broke in his poor lady house and held her against her will while assaulting her in desperate hopes to escape from the police. Inside the stolen Nissan Altima, police also retrieved DNA evidence that leads back to Ksoo'S and ATK Scotty. The prosecution also emphasized that the 2 guns recovered from the stolen Nissan that belonged to ATK Scotty and Butter, they were not the murder weapons. They saying that the murder weapon was with Ksoo'S and he ran in the other direction. They said ATK Scotty had an AR-15 with 27 rounds and 1 in the chamber and was ready to fully participate, although he didn't pull the trigger. They also found the Glock inside the car with Queso fingerprints on the slide. You can't make this shit up.
He loaded AR-15 in the back, 26 rounds, including 1 round chambered, ready to fire. That was Leroy Whitaker's rifle. He wasn't a spectator in this. He was armed and fully willing and ready to participate. And participate he did, even though he did not pull a trigger.
I want to share something with y'all that sounds crazy to me. So Queso had nothing to do with this first, pow, pow, pow. He had nothing to do with this first pow, pow. His father, his brother, and his stepbrother was involved in this whole foolery, okay? He had nothing to do with it. He was already signed his rap deal, okay? He's about to venture off into something else. Queso, about to venture off into something else, okay? So, the father, the brother, and the other brother, they are the ones that is seeking for vengeance. So you telling me that the father, who is an OG from back in the day, still an OG, that somebody pow, pow, pow him, then pow, pow, pow his son and take his son out, then pow, pow, pow the stepson, and I think either the stepson passed or the biological son passed, either or, but one of them is disabled now. So these 3 got dealt with. And so the father lived through this. And you telling me Queso, who life is turning into a different direction towards rap, okay? Down a different venue. He signed a multi-million-dollar deal, alleged. So now he goes and turn around and say, no, you did bow to my brother, my father, whatever. Let me get in here. I'm gonna share something with y'all. Most of the time when men have children by different women, the kids are not tight. They are not tight. It's very rare that they're tight. Most of the time when you have fathers like this man right here, he don't have no connection with any of those children because the mama had to raise those kids on their own. So they'll see their daddy once in a blue or whatever like that, or when he come home from prison, they'll see him. But they don't really have a real connection with the daddy. So you telling me that the boy was like, yeah, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that, because y'all pew, 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 my dad and my brothers and all this. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. That just me, alleged. I don't think so. Because the video shows that the person is not the person weight is not the same as Queso weight. You understand? Nobody gets in near the build of the person is about 5'6", weighing about 160. Queso is about 6 something height and weighing about 260. Gained all that weight from that incident, and that just happened, I guess, in January. So you gain all that weight right now, like you big like that right now? No. That does not happen like that. Something is not right. That's just me. Let's continue. Here we go.
Also, a Glock handgun. And on the slide of that Glock, fingerprint.
Prosecutors saying that Queso hit the cut through a nature preserve park and made it to an apartment complex near Artisan Expressway. And from there, he sent his location to his brother Crazy Chris with his cousin Torgon Williams at the time at Torgon House on Dalehurst Drive, just behind Merrill Road Shopping Plaza. So they woke Torgon's girlfriend up. They've been together 5 years and told her to drive to them apartments and pick up Queso without telling her what happened. So she leaves to go to swoop up Ksoo'S and bring him back to the house with his brother and his cousin. But not before a witness that stayed at the apartment at the time described a white female driving around the parking lot like she was looking for something but unfamiliar to the area. So she described Torgon's girlfriend in the car she was in at the time. Witness told the officer that she picked up a man in a two-tone hoodie after seeing him walk out the woods. The witness also got an alert on her phone about JSO looking for the suspects and a clothing description including that two-tone hoodie. Prosecutors claimed that the witness got a quick glance at the clothing and ran back in the apartment for her safety, based off the alert. So being that she didn't get a good look at the suspect, she wouldn't be able to identify. Now, Butter was arrested the same day and started cooperating. This story sounds like deja vu, so familiar. Like
he said he got arrested the same day and started cooperating. Y'all listen to this? Do y'all see how real it is on the street? This your comrade that allegedly went out to take someone's life and he get caught and he said, there he go, he hiding under the bushes. Come on out, they got us. I know they don't see you under the bushes, but I know you there. Come on out, they got us. How they got us? But he's gonna tell.
This is the thing that always kill me about our community. Y'all know that old saying, they be like, what they call it? How do you say that? Stitches, is it snitches? Snitches get stitches, right? That stupid shit that we just parade all over social media. Y'all did see, because once y'all actually start seeing that time that the prosecutor about to hit y'all ass with, then y'all start running your mouth and start talking and this and that. But yet y'all talk about street code. Y'all get out of here with that nonsense. Let me share something with you. Take heed as a law-abiding citizen. If I see nonsense, I'm telling. But y'all be talking about, nah, this the code of the streets. But y'all be the first one to sing like a canary. Ain't no way till you start getting that real life. There's a brother I want us to listen to. He got 134 years in prison. 134 years in prison, and he did a little reel or something. And he said, this is for the young ninjas in the street. Y'all think this is a cakewalk. He said, I got 134 years in prison. He ain't gonna never smell home. And even when he died, he still got time. He got to serve more time. That's like the afterlife type shit. Even when, you know what I'm saying, you have passed on, you still in prison. That's nasty. I don't know what judge did that, but damn, that's nasty. Let's continue. Here we go.
Why this play out? What we doing? We ride.
We heard it before. So they got Butter arrested. He pled guilty to second-degree murder for Charles McCormick, a.k.a. Little Buck, and admitted to being the driver.
I'm going to stop it right here because this video hurt so bad. And this is our own people. This is our own. They think it's okay to take out each other. This is our own over some words, some rap song. You understand? It's okay to take out your own. Only in the melanated community we think this makes sense. You understand? That's why there's a difference between ninjas and black folk. There's a difference between us. There's a difference between us, ninjas and black folks. There's a difference. There's a difference. Shout out to Unique Mecca Audio. Brother content was fire, baby. I don't want to get in here and say his content was not fire. The content was fire, baby. It was something else, honey. It's sad how we just glorify foolishness. And we think it's okay. We glorify nonsense. And we get in there like, well, you know, it's the situation. You know what I'm saying? It's the situation, and that's why, you know what I'm saying, the father might have said what he said. No, that's stupid shit. That's stupid shit. No. Here, listen to this brother right here. I want y'all to listen to him. It says a man speaks after getting sentenced 135 years. Listen to what this brother said.
Look here. All y'all women out there, with little boy, I want y'all to take these 59 seconds out y'all dating. Show y'all son this shit. Y'all don't just see it. Show y'all son this shit. Look, man, I'm a young nigga. Been locked up down there 4 years, so I just came to visitation, but I ain't took my mom down there 4 years, bro. Who folks send a nigga to this shit 135 years like this shit was goddamn like a nigga living in dog years, you hear me? And this shit here ain't cool. These little boys think this shit gangsta. I used to think the same thing. This shit ain't cool. Judge gonna sentence you, and they ain't gonna look in your eyes, you hear me? Nigga be thinking, oh, Dre took that shit like a champ. Dre took that shit like a G. It ain't no fucking glory in this shit, bro. All them friends and them hoes you got, them hoes go to jumping off shit. You ain't talk to these hoes, ain't seen them. Nigga ain't gonna send you no green dot. Y'all nigga get your shit together. This shit ain't cool. It ain't cool. It's not. Get your shit.
He said, get that shit together because it ain't cool. He said he been in there so far 4 years. He been in there 4 years, serving 134-year term. You understand? That's nasty. He said, I only been in there 4 years and my mama ain't seen me in 4 years. I haven't got a visit from my mama in 4 years. Friends, them hoes, my boys, nobody came and seen me. I've been in here 4 years, he said. He said he doing this time for them. So more than likely, he was involved in something. He didn't tell who else was responsible for it. So they hit him with 134 years, 135 years. Can you imagine? And this is the foolery that we believe is cool. This is the nonsense. You got this man blaming his son so that he could get less time in prison for another charge for something else. This is crazy. At 54 years old, are you serious? Are you really supposed to be gang banging at 54 years old? Nobody's getting ready to retire and enjoy, you know what I'm saying, retirement, or either having an easy, part-time job. You just want to keep busy. You know what I'm saying? This is the time where you still doing a little vacation and leaving the state a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But you out here gang banging. I'm surprised you lived to 54. Most of the time that don't happen. I'm surprised he lived to 54. A lot of people were saying, man, I can't believe the father did this. I can't believe he pointed out his son. The prosecutors couldn't point out the son. They couldn't say, yeah, this is the son. But the daddy come out like, yeah, this is him. The prosecutors don't have no proof that that's the son. That's him. That's Ksoo'S. No proof. But the daddy said, no, that's him. That's him. How, Sway? How? I'm going to share something with you. Like I said to y'all, and I keep saying, I'm sounding like Dr. Umar today, but I keep saying, how is that happening like that? How is that happening like that? If you're a law-abiding citizen, we talking about something else. We talking about a whole different kit and caboodle. But you already in the game. You already about to go do some time. But no, you come out and help the prosecution. Yeah, this right here. This right here. Don't get me wrong, because take heed to tell on your ass. You do nonsense in my neighborhood, I'm the first one to call the police. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I'm the first one to call the police if I see some nonsense. I'm telling you. I don't care where I was raised at. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I will tell on your ass if I see you doing nonsense in my neighborhood. I'm sorry. That's the uncomfortable truth. It's sad though, y'all. I'm not lying to you. It's horrible. Now, I'm going to share something with you. Another content creator is going to come in on this. And I ain't got to say no names because you already know who this is right here. Y'all already know who this content creator is. We still on the foolery with the daddy and the son. Okay, but we in IG now. Here we go. Here we go, y'all.
Was Ksoo'S dad, the nigga who testifying, got shot in the back. Ksoo'S brother, Abdul, got shot in the head. And the other person who was basically a stepchild from the girl that Ksoo'S dad was dealing with got killed.
Okay.
They shot the whole car up. They tried to switch cheese.
Got deleted.
Ksoo'S, he's just like that. He said, I bet. They said the whole family was tight. It's get back time. It's get back game. They go to try to get back, and the person they murdered is a nigga named Charles McCormick. So this is where Ksoo'S went to slide 6 years ago. That's the nigga they clapped. Remember, Ksoo'S is sliding because they just killed his stepbrother basically, and they shot his brother and his dad, which this is the disgusting part about it all. Ksoo'S is sliding for his pops. His pops who testified got shot in the back. Ksoo'S is like, oh, all right. Everybody got it right. He's sliding for his brother, his pops, and his stepbrother. Niggas gotta get laid down. He gonna do the sliding. His dad seemingly was kind of with it because he tried to burn the clothes. But when the cops catch up, his dad said, I ain't do shit. That's who did it. That's my son. He did it. This is nasty work, chat. Listen to what happened. This is when Ksoo'S went to slide. Get fruit jams in the chat.
Alleged. We don't know the truth. The prosecutors don't have real evidence against the son. So they needed the daddy to come in here and dissect. They needed the daddy to come in here and dissect the foolery. Do you understand? They needed him to just say, that's him. That's him. They just wanted the daddy because they want the case closed. Like Growing said, the daddy said, yeah, that's him. That's him. Mind you, this one is, how are you going into a promising rap career? You done signed a rap deal, not no fake bootlick rap deal. You signed a rap deal. You're turning this way. You're not rocking out with the dad and all this other stuff. You have turned this way. And now all of a sudden you turn back to assist the dad in some nonsense and you ruin your career. Alleged. It sounds crazy. It sounds crazy. I'm telling you right now, it sounds crazy. It sounds wild. I'm so sorry. It sounds nasty. Okay? Now, let me see who else we got in here because I want to discuss one more content creator. And then, and this is the same subject one more time. Let me see if I got it. Okay, let me see. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Nope, that's not it. I could have sworn I shared it. I know I shared it. Let me see what this one is here. Let's see what we got. Yeah, that's it.
Ksoo'S
Nino Brown. Shout out to Nino Brown.
And he cooked. Well done. Let this be the clearest message possible that the streets don't love nobody. And the craziest part is last week, it was Crash Shot and his mama getting a life sentence. This week is Ksoo'S and his goddamn daddy facing life plus 30 years. And his daddy pointing the finger in 4K with no remorse.
With no remorse.
This shit out.
You don't see family sitting there?
Nope.
Hakeem was an Indian at that time, right?
Yes.
Well, that you disagreed about cooperation. You got what's called, the government filed a 5K, right?
Yes.
You snitched on other people, you got a reduction. Right?
Yeah.
Why is it that you only grow a conscience when you're looking at hefty prison terms?
Objection, argumentative. Sustained. Just ask a question, Mr.
That's
Nicole.
nasty. That's nasty. Let's continue.
Commentary.
Previous case, you were looking at life, you cooperated to get out of it, right?
Yes.
Once again, you're looking at life, and you decide to cooperate to get out of it, right?
Right.
Now, you're hoping that the recommendation is going to be that you serve, for all of your crimes, only 76 months, right?
76 months.
Yes.
That's what you have in record.
Wait a minute. So from the 2 charges that he got previously already, that they might hit him with 30 each a year, okay? And with him ratting on his son, he might only do with all the charges, everything in the other case he got, only 76 months in prison. That's nasty. You see how shit changed? You see how shit changed? Oh my goodness, let's continue.
With the government, right?
Yes.
And you've served a majority of that time already.
Right.
So that means that within a short couple of months, maybe 12, you're going to be back walking the streets of Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That was the price of your testimony. Right?
Right.
You had to cooperate and implicate.
And his face is so straight, like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? His face is too straight. He calm that he pointed his son out because he about to get out of prison soon. So he is in prison, so it's right. Okay, let's continue. Here we go.
Your 2 sons would have got you out of custody.
You say implicate them?
You had to point at your sons. Let's back up for a second. At the point in time that they leverage you with life on the Rothermill case, they had already arrested your son and said that he was the one that committed it, right?
Oh, no, you confusing me.
Okay. Let's break it down. You said a moment ago that the government sent a message to you that they were going to basically indict you on the Rothermill case and that you were potentially looking at life. You then decided to cooperate. You remember that, right?
Right.
Okay. They had already, on this case, through the evidence, through the depositions that your attorney was at, they already believed that Hakeem was a shooter, right?
Right.
All right. So it wasn't something that you came forward and like, hey guys, let me help you understand the case. You just agreed to their narrative.
No, I didn't agree to their narrative. They asked me what to come.
He's lying. He agreed to the narrative because they assuming that it's the son. They're assuming that's him in the video. Okay? And so since they assumed and they told him, listen, if this is your son, this is the amount of time you gonna get in this prison and we gonna let you out. So just like Growing said, they just need a body. They just want a body. Let's continue. Here we go.
Was when I picked them up.
Okay, let's move on here. So, at that point though, they had already pointed the finger at Hakeem, right?
Right.
All right. So you just continued with their case. Now I'm going to point at Hakeem. He was a shooter. Right?
I can't agree with that.
You also pointed out your other son, Abdul, the one that shares your name, Abdul Kareem Robinson Jr., right?
Right.
Now, Queso built his rap career on street fame, gang loyalty, and lyrics about stepping on his ops. Now he living them lyrics in the real courtroom, and he on trial for stepping on Lil Buck and Lil Bibby, who was allegedly shot down after dropping a diss track on the ATK members. Prosecutors said it was
was a planned hit involving stolen cars and daylight execution. Ksoo'S cousin and brother are involved too, but the biggest shock came from inside his own bloodline. His daddy, his father, Abdul Robinson Sr., took the stand against him, as y'all just seen in the video, in front of the entire courtroom. His father pointed at him and said, "That's my son. He pulled the trigger. Get that ninja." Abdul struck a deal to get 20 years instead of 60, but it cost him his family. It cost him his son. Because the courtroom went silent as the father turned his back on his son. And Ksoo'S defense attorney said it's a desperate move for him to save himself, while the prosecution called it the final nail in Ksoo'S coffin.
And you 54 years old. What are you talking about trying to save yourself? You 54 though. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not in here telling no average 54-year-old that, oh, your life is done. I'm talking about this one, because he in the streets. You know, you got a time clock ticking on your life, my brother. You understand? You in the streets. An average 54-year-old is somewhere enjoying vacation right now. An average 54-year-old is enjoying vacation right now. Okay? All right? Somewhere maybe out of the country and shit. But when we're looking at a 54-year-old that you in the streets and shit, you got a time bomb ticking about how long you gonna live. You know what I'm saying? Because you doing nonsense. Alleged. I'm just saying. Let's continue. Here we go.
And this ain't over. Ksoo'S still faces another murder trial for the death of a 16-year-old little baby. If he loses either case, he gone for life. The rap career over. The street fame don't mean nothing. All the members that he...
So he still got another case he got to beat too. The son, Ksoo'S, he still got another case he got a so-called beat that he took out a 16-year-old kid. You see, the family is damaged. You know, just throw the whole family away. The family is, this is demonic shit right here. You understand? But this is the code of the streets. This is the code of the streets. The two front rows of the melanated community. I wish we can take all of them and put them on a desert island and nuke that shit. I ain't lying. I wish we could take them all, that just the hyena part, and put them on an island, okay? All this demonic shit, and nuke that bitch. Just walk off, leave them right there. This is where y'all gonna live at. And then as we walk away, nuke that thing. Because they do nonsense and make it seem like all black people crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like all black people want to see just destruction and evil. See, there's a difference between ninjas and black folks. There's a difference. And we need to start pointing out the difference between us. I ain't lying to y'all. Oh my goodness.
Folks, they gonna turn it back on him. All the women he had, all them little goddamn shows, they gonna turn it back. They gonna change their goddamn number. Now it's just a courtroom, a father's betrayal, and a jury that's ready to decide if he'll ever walk free again in life. Y'all YNs need to watch these kind of stories so you can understand why it just ain't worth it, man. The streets played out. That boring life will save your life. Being in the lane gonna keep you in the game, man. Just stay in your lane, man. These streets cool. They got cameras on every corner. And I ain't talking about the goddamn red light cameras. I'm talking about on the sidewalk, the pavement. Because you ain't finna beat them goddamn cases when they bring you. Think about what I'm saying. They got artificial intelligence. Look how they got Ksoo'S doing the goddamn YMCA dance. So they can put a 4D image together of his body type to replay in the courtroom. They out for blood and they want a conviction. Y'all be out here sliding on the ops and stepping on them, getting rapping by it.
The feds the only people that buy the goddamn tape and roll it in court before they throw the goddamn book at your dog ass. Now you just another
Go ahead,
loser
Nino Brown.
that lost
Go
your
ahead.
life while you still living. But y'all comment below. Do y'all think Queso gonna tell it on youngin' Ace just to free himself up? Or is he?
Now, shout out to Nino Brown because I'm going to share something with you. The whole situation is sad. Just throw the whole damn family away because that's terrible. That's terrible. This is why I talk so much and I say, my sisters, there are certain men that their bloodline is not supposed to continue. Do you hear what Take Heed is telling you? There are certain men that their bloodline is not going to continue. You understand? There's certain men, their bloodline should not continue. There are certain women that should not even be giving birth to kids the way they dog walk these babies. It's so sad. You understand what I'm saying? There are certain men and women that should not have children. When they talk about sterilizing the melanated community back in the day, okay? When they talked about this, I know that this is evil, what I'm about to say. But some of y'all motherfuckers need to be sterilized. I'm not lying. I'm not lying. Because y'all don't know how to raise children. This man got 11 kids, y'all. 11 kids, y'all. And they all a problem? Come on now. He got 3 that he said he want to be in their life. He want to be in their life, but he couldn't take time to change to be in the rest of the other kids' life. You 54 years old. You didn't learn nothing. You didn't learn nothing. Come on now. Miss Straight Up No Chase, I see you, baby. You didn't learn nothing. Some men do not deserve to have children. This is why I told y'all, Yahweh has given women a couple of jobs. We wear different kind of hats. But one job that is most important that we've been effing up on, take heed to. Take heed to. I was a baby mama. I understand the assignment. That we've been effing up on is that we've been giving bloodline to Pookie and Rere, but not the men with the king mindset. This is why we see all this demonic stuff going on, because Pookie and Rere and Pookeisha and Rakeisha is continuing with the foolery. Continuing with the foolery. Take Heed was raised in a crack home. I was raised in a crack home. Me and my siblings was raised in a crack home. But do you think I wanted that life for our children? Do you think I wanted that life for our kids to go hungry and selling everything and mama out here selling pussy and this and that? Do you think I wanted that life for our kids? Oh, hell to the no. I wanted my kids to enjoy their youth. To not worry about where their next plate is coming from. To not worry about if the light's gonna get turned off, if the gas gonna get turned off, if the water gonna get turned off and all this other stuff. I didn't want our kids to worry about stuff like that. And listen to me. He had every opportunity to do crack when I was young. Every opportunity, baby. If I wanted to say I want to smoke crack, it would have been so easy like that. It would have been so easy. It was so easy for me to obtain crack when I was young. But I saw the shit that my mom was taking us through. And I said, not me, not me, not me. I even had peer pressure to do crack. I even went through peer pressure by someone who claimed they love me. I didn't want my children, at the time when I only had one, I didn't want my children to go through any foolery that I had went through. I'm tired of us in the melanated community. If you grew up hard, you get in here and say, well, I ain't had no daddy. I ain't had no mama. So I ain't got to raise these children and have them get their mind right. I was raised without my daddy and my mama. The streets raised me. Bitch, what? Bitch, what? Because the streets raise you. You like, I'm not going to raise my kids because the street raised me. That's the dumbest shit I ever heard. So, okay, let's let the child, the next generation, have a hard life because you had a hard life. Our eldest daughter who is in college, she always tell me, Mama, you strong, Mama. Mama, you strong. I wish I could be like you, Mama. I told her, I said, girl, close your mouth. You don't wish you was like me. You don't wish you could be strong like me. Your mama seen wars, honey. You don't want to wish you was strong like me. I said, baby, you got your own walk to take. And your walk will never be like mine. I said, you wish you was like me. I wish I was like you. Look how smart and intelligent you are. Look how you off in college and you doing your own thing. She looked like a little lady. She's short though. She looked like a little lady. Just walking around the house and stuff, you know, telling me she grown and stuff like that. She looked like a short little lady just walking around. Okay? And I laugh at her sometimes because I remember this is the baby that used to cry for chocolate chips all the time. Fall out for some chocolate chips back in the day. Okay? And I used to be like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying? Now she just a grown little lady talking to me and everything. Well, Mama, I don't agree with what you're saying, Mama. This is how I believe this is right. You know, you got to let the children find their way. But I told her, I said, baby, I'm proud of you and the life that you chose and how you want to make a change for yourself. You have done things that Mama could not do. So I'm proud of you. I wish I had your life. She started laughing. The other day, our son said to me, Mama, if you can change anything about your childhood, what would you change? I told him nothing. He said, Mama, you serious? I said, nothing. I don't want to change nothing. He said, why? I said, because my childhood made me the person I am today. He said, Mama, serious? I said, yes. I've been through a lot, but I'm still here. I'm still here. My brothers and sisters, whatever you've been through, you're still here. You're still here. You're the winner. Whatever you've been through in your life, you are still here. Hey, Lost, how are you, sir? I shouted you out in the beginning of the show. Guys, please make sure you tune in to Lost in Translation podcast, where the content is always fire, baby, and educational. The moral of the story, my sisters and brothers, you are still here, no matter what. These babies need a man of substance, not no street thug to be their daddy. They need a man of substance. But when you have young women walking around social media and they come and say shit like this, you just know that the future is not bright at all. This is the nonsense. And a lot of other women will agree with her foolishness right here. Here we go.
Facts, but you can't say and talk like this and get no king, just street niggas. I like street niggas. Don't get me wrong to think that I can't get a king. Y'all kings is unattractive. Y'all niggas ugly. On me, let's keep it honest. All y'all niggas that want to treat me right, I don't like y'all niggas. I'm not one to settle. I'm not settling. Bitch, you wanna look good. When you beside me, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm sorry. I can find good niggas, but those good niggas be ugly niggas. On me. The niggas that's gonna treat you the way you wanna be treated, they ugly. You don't like the niggas. I'm not settling. Fuck you talking about? You gonna be a trick. You're not gonna be my man. I don't give a fuck. So if that gonna leave me unhappy, I'm finna be unhappy. I'm gonna be happy as shit with the money that I make.
Did you hear? Did you hear that? Did you hear that? This is the nonsense. This is the nonsense right here. And this is how you know these children, they grow up with these broken mamas and these broken homes and shit. I want a street ninja. I want a street ninja. One more time for the crowd in the back.
Facts, but you can't stay out and talk like this and get no king, just street niggas. I like street niggas. Don't get me wrong to think that I can't get a king. Y'all kings is unattractive. Y'all niggas ugly. On me, let's keep it honest.
She said y'all kings are unattractive. Y'all kings are ugly. Let's keep it honest. Let's keep it a buck. That's how they talk, right? Let's keep it a buck. Y'all kings are ugly. I like those street ninjas. This is how the next generation is growing up. This is what it is. The street ninjas. This ain't just start though. This ain't just start. Let's not forget MC Light. I need a roughneck. Let's not forget MC Light back in the day. Let's not get amnesia in here. When our brothers was dressing like they made sense back in the day, in the 70s and 80s, they dressed like they looked sensible. Now you can't even get a man to dress like he's supposed to dress. A young man. He got the baggy pants on. He got a whole white beater on. Okay? Everything sagging and shit. And then they don't even know what sagging really mean. But let you go up in prison and sagging. Prison and sagging, you know what that means? You available, baby. You available. That's what it means. You available. You are available. That's what it means. Now we gonna run over to promote the super chats real quick. And shout out to Ricky Williams for the $4.99 super chat. Okay. Now I shouted out the first super chat. Okay. And that was a $2 super chat. Thank you so much. And then Ricky Williams, I think, no. I think it was Ricky first. Ricky was the $4.99. Then it was the $2 super chat. I already shouted that person out. Ricky next. Okay, so Ricky next. Ricky, this for you, sir. I greatly appreciate you. And I got to get green beans too. Here we go.
Is this the whole check?
Yeah.
I'm not paying for the whole check.
Why not?
I asked you out.
You're the man.
You invited them.
Yeah.
Are they gonna let me too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, what?
I'm only paying for all y'all if I get to have all y'all.
What's wrong with you? You can handle it.
So you take now I gotta tell the story because it's funny. It's stupid and funny at the same time. So you go out on a date with a man, okay? You invite your two girlfriends with you. He pays for everybody, okay? And he said, I gotta pay for everybody. She said, yeah. He said, well, then am I gonna be able to smash every one of y'all? And one of the friends was like, yeah. So this is why I tell y'all that sisterhood is fake. You hear me? That sisterhood is fake. This is one of the girls' date, okay? One, she take 2 tag-alongs with her. And so when the guys say, do I get to screw all of y'all? The one on the end say, yeah, and start smiling. It's crazy work. Shout out to Ricky. Ricky said they're liars. They're liars. Shout out to Ricky Williams. Nonsense. Oh, my goodness. Now, this right here is for the $10 super chat. Charlie, thank you, baby. I greatly appreciate you donating to the channel as you always do, my sister. Thank you so much. And this is a Dr. Umar clip for you, baby. Here we go.
Why? Deepest end of the hotel. And my sister jumped in to say, I didn't know how to swim, but I said, you got to get over your fear. And I jumped in as deep as water, couldn't swim. My sister jumped in and almost drowned her, so she left me out there. And then the snow bunny came and said, and I saw two big white titties and I cried, black power. I said, we want black power. I grabbed them two white breasts and that snow bunny saved the life of the future prince of Pan-Africanism. Wherever she is, I want to say thank you to that flat butt, big breast white woman, because if it wasn't for her breasts, I might not be here now. Black power.
So to the person who saved Dr. Umar when he was young, you saved this man to scam the melanated community. You saved this brother to scam the melanated community. Oh my God. Shout out to the lifeguard, okay? Now, for green beans, now I'm wondering if I should play this, but I might ruffle some feathers. But I didn't say it. Joan Rivers had said it, okay? Before she passed. I'm going to ruffle a few feathers, but Joan Rivers said this before she passed.
The country will see the United States will see the first gay president or the first woman president.
We had it with Obama, so let's just calm down.
Got it.
No, Michelle is a trans.
I'm sorry, she's a what?
A transgender. We all know.
Oh my gosh. Do you think that
Now, I know a lot of y'all like Joan Rivers. I know a lot of y'all liked her, okay? May her soul rest in peace. But I remember when they clipped this thing and it came out, I was like, what the hell? I was upset. I was like, why Joan say that? That's not right. Why she say that about Michelle? I was like, that's not right. Why would she say something like that, right? But now when I look at Michelle Obama's podcast, my mind begins to wonder when I think about Joanne. I begin to wonder because you remember she embraced that community. She embraced that community wholeheartedly. And the thing is, they all know themselves. They all know themselves. Like we may not know who they are, but they know themselves. I'm just saying. Alleged. She said it. I didn't say it. I don't want nobody to come after me. All right. Now let's get back into the foolery. Now, I want to share this with you. And this one is a little nasty. Officer Tatum dropped this on his page. I know we're long-winded today, y'all. We're long-winded today. I'm sorry. I'm holding y'all. We long-winded today, okay? Because I'm so heartbroken about that video. So we long-winded today, okay? Now, shout out to Officer Tatum. I want y'all to hear this, okay? This was from the 1980s. And I'm going to share something with you. I agree with this Caucasian man that's about to speak. I know y'all going to say, take heed, what the hell? I agree with what this man is about to say. Check this out, what he said.
He couldn't have said it no better than he said it. I think the same thing.
What is it you are afraid black people are going to do? I mean, that's what I'd like to know.
I'm afraid of them coming to Forsyth County. I lived in Atlanta. I was born in Atlanta. And in 1963, the first blacks were bused to West Fulton High School. And I go down there now and I see my neighborhood and my community, which was a nice community, a nice neighborhood, and now it's nothing but a rat-infested slum area because they don't care.
Do you mean they, us, the entire black race? The entire black race?
And you have...
What's the difference between a black person and you?
I've talked to black people. Black people, they don't want to come up here. They don't want to cause any trouble. That's a black person. wants to come up here and cause trouble all the time.
I think that even in 1987, the sentiment was true then and is true today. And I believe in my whole heart that most white people in America and most black people believe exactly what this white man is saying. But today, if you say this, you will get canceled. But in 1987, when I think people were a little more logical, this is what the truth is. I go around the country and travel, and I run into good black people all the time. I think blacks get a bad rap because of a couple black people. I don't want to be around the end. Good black folks are the most pleasurable people to be around. I love black people that got common sense and that's normal. Good men, taking care of their kids, providing for their family, living the American dream, bro. They ain't selling drugs, fighting, beating up their women, abandoning their children. Good black people don't get enough credit, bro. Like, there's a lot of good black people. It's just the small minority of
that do stupid shit.
Black people that make us all look bad. And it seems like it's a lot of them because a lot of the good black people don't entertain the foolish. They're not out here talking. It's the ignorant folk that's talking.
Shout out to Officer Tatum. Now, mind you, me and Tatum don't agree on everything. But when he come with those receipts and he telling the truth, I got to rock with him on that one. A lot of us who are average Joes that we in here rocking out with our family, taking care of our family, you know you don't want to be around a bunch of Negroes. You know this. Not Negroes, I'm sorry. You don't want to be around a bunch of ninjas. You know this. You don't want to be around a bunch of ninjas doing nonsense. When you see a group of ninjas on one side of the street being a melanated person, your ass cross the street. You cross the street. You understand? You cross the street when you see a bunch of ninjas, hood ninjas, walking on the street. You cross the street. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me you see the nonsense. You like, oh no, hell no. I got to get out of Dodge. Hell no. You know, in certain neighborhoods you done drove through, you see it. You even tell your husband, baby, don't stop here. Don't stop here. Okay? Let's just continue to drive through. Let's act like we understand the assignment. Most black people don't want to be around hood ninjas. You don't. You don't even want to smell them or look at them and everything because you worry he gonna do something or she gonna do some nonsense to you. When I see a bunch of hood boogers that's from our community that are women, you will see take heed go the other way. I don't have time. I don't have time. You will see take heed go the other way. I don't have time. Mind you, yes, I grew up in the projects. I did a lot of dumb shit. And now I understand why people ain't even want to be rocking with me when I was young, because I was just like these fools that I be seeing. I was just like these fools that I be seeing. Take heed, don't have time. I don't have time. I don't deal with nonsense. I do not have time. And he's right. Officer Tatum is right. There's a difference between ninjas, okay, and black folk. And somebody said, the Honorable Louis Farrakhan had said it. Yes, yes, that man always be getting in here singing to the heavens about all the nonsense that's going on in our community, and he always have receipts. I love his teaching. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? And I'm not Muslim, I'm Christian, but he speaks more logical than anybody that's right now on the stage of the Christian community. The rest of them is talking some bababoo nonsense. I get tired of listening to half of those people. It's heartbreaking. So now I want us to get on something, and I want y'all to hear this. Here's another one. Here's another young woman here. This is the future, y'all. This is our future of the melanated community. Check this out right here.
This guy, why? Because I don't like them. And I'm faking the funk. And I find it really hard to do that.
Okay.
Because I'm a cringer. An invisible one. Like the safe guy is usually somebody you're not sexually attracted to. Usually somebody that like, you know, they'll do anything for you. They'll come running, they'll do this and that.
Yeah.
But then when you gotta reciprocate some type of energy to thank them for that, that's me, and I visibly cringe. And like, imagine a nigga trying to give you a kiss and you recoil like that. Like,
I know. You hate the safe guy. Why?
Because I don't like them. And I'm faking the funk. And
She hate the safe guy. Can you imagine? This is what we have to deal with these young women. You hate the safe guy. You're unattracted to the safe guy. This is why a lot of men are in a loveless marriage. Because women just grabbed you because you were the safe guy. She did all the things you wanted her to do when you were dating, so you pushed to marry her, and now she got you, so she don't do what she's supposed to do. This is why there's a lot of men who walking around that they're unhappy. This young woman that is talking, she married. She married. That young woman that is talking, they got a podcast together. This one, she's married. She says she hates the safe guy. It's only until y'all get ran through and get your heart stomped on a couple times, now you run to the safe guy. You run to him. And I'm going to share something with you. We need to start talking to the younger ones and explaining to them, be with a man of substance, the one that has the king mindset. Be with the man of substance, the one that has the king mindset. She says she can't stand the safe guy. The other one says she don't want to be with a man that has that's a king because he's ugly. Can you imagine? She says she don't want to be with a man that is a king because they ugly. This is why when these brothers get in here and say she don't want to be saved, don't save her. She don't want to be saved. I don't get mad. There's a lot of women who don't want to be saved. Only the streets are calling them, and they're signing up for the streets. Ricky said facts. Only the streets is calling them, and they're signing up for the streets. Renee said exactly. Now, I want y'all to hear this because this was sad. This young brother had did an interview and he was asking some old heads, what is their worst financial decision they ever made in their life? Check this out, what they said.
Financial decision you ever made in life?
Get married.
Yeah, married. Explain. A lot of people are saying this.
I'll say, listen, man, they want you to do everything, and when it's time for them to reciprocate, it's like, oh no, you're the man. No, I need to be treated nice too from time to time. You feel me?
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't even need you to spend no money. I just need you to treat me the way I treat you.
Be there for me.
You know what I'm saying? Reciprocate.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I'll tell you. What's the worst financial decision you ever made in life? Getting a divorce. Getting a divorce? Okay. What's the worst financial decision you ever made?
Marriage.
Can you tell us the worst financial decision you ever made in life?
Getting married.
Oh, getting married. Can you explain, go a little deeper? Why would you say getting married?
Oh, you know what? Not getting married, but getting married to the wrong person. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. Is that it? Marriage is beautiful.
You want to know why a lot of men come up and say this, okay? Now, let me share something with you because I see somebody keep writing a long paragraph in my chat. I'm not going to address you directly, but I want you to know this message is going to you. Take heed does not just talk about the melanated community, but a melanated. So a correction needs to be made. I do clarify that the Caucasian community and the Latino community has the same Pookie and Rere, okay? But right now, we talking about our culture. So if you can't take what I'm spitting out, baby, scroll up. You hear me? Scroll up. There's no hard feelings. You understand? So what this brother is saying, marriage is not the problem. It's the wrong person that you're marrying. Promoting Conscious Parenting said the wrong person. The wrong person. Marriage is a beautiful thing. When it's the wrong person, that's when the nightmare has started. When shit is going crazy in your marriage, and here come the wife holding you hostage, saying to you, man, you could have done better. Man, this could have been better. Why you ain't do this? And why you ain't do that? And why we going through all this? It's because of what you did. And that's why we going through. This is why we suffering. Instead of saying, we gonna make it through. We have seen worse. It's gonna be fine. Hold on, baby. I believe in you. Everything is going to work out. Speak life over your husband. This is what I always tell y'all, my sisters. Learn how to speak life over your husband, no matter what you're going through. In your time of storm, Take Heed has walked through the storm, and I still was speaking life over my family. I was still speaking life over my family. Yahweh tell you the power is in the tongue. He tell you you got power in the tongue, my sisters. Speak it. Speak it, command it, speak it. Tell Yahweh, let your will be done. Speak that life into your husband. He is the head. Speak it. Stop letting these women tell you nonsense. No matter what you're going through. Tell your husband you're going to make it through. I see you. God sees you. Stop letting these women tell you nonsense. There's power in the tongue. Speak it. I know what we going through right now, baby, and it look hard. But we've been through worse. It look hard, but we've been through worse. We're going to make it through no matter what you see right now. No matter what people say about you. We're going to make it through. Because why? I believe in you. I believe in you. If nobody else don't tell you, I'm telling you I believe in you. Learn how to talk to your husband. Learn how to speak life over his name. Whatever you touch shall come to pass. Whatever enemies that come together to feast on you, everything they wished to put upon you, let it turn around and be cast upon them in their own. Any dark and hidden places that they take your name, let the words that they spoke upon your name be turned around and be cast upon them and their generation after generation after generation. Get in there. Yahweh hears you. Get in there. My sisters, let me share something with you. When your husband has a battle, baby, you got to be the one to speak it over his life. When he got the battle, he's carrying the house on his shoulders. You hear me? He's carrying the house and the children on his shoulders. He going through something and he trying to hold on as a man. And you got to tell him, baby, you can do it. I believe in you. You can do it. We're going to make it. No matter what you see right now, we're going to make it. The devil is a liar. Y'all can tell I've been through some wars, right? Y'all can tell I've been through some wars. You understand? My sisters, there is a spiritual battle when it comes to marriage. There's a spiritual war when it comes to marriage. Because the devil don't want to see marriage succeed. The devil don't want to see everything work out between you. When you lay on your husband and kiss your husband and cuddle up next to him and you're telling him everything gonna be all right, do you know the devil mad? The devil mad. The devil mad with you. How dare you? I done sent all this shit your way. How dare you get up there and tell him that everything's gonna be fine? How dare you tell him y'all gonna make it through? And Yahweh is looking upon y'all and he's smiling, saying, my children, continue. Continue, my children. Marriage is something else. Do you hear me? Now, I want y'all to hear this. Shout out to Tasha K. We about to get on something else. Shannon Sharpe had came to social media. He said this right here.
Obviously, I'm sure everybody's heard the news by now that I will not be returning to ESPN. I found out this information a little earlier in the week. And really, the only thing that I really ask is, like, guys, could we wait until Monday? My brother's going into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I really wanted to be about him, and I wanted to be about my family. I know this coming out will overshadow everything that he's worked his entire life for. And unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. And so, as I told him, as I profusely apologized to him earlier today, he said, bro, stop apologizing. You don't have to apologize. I'm your big bro. I'm going to love you regardless. We all make mistakes. And he says, bro, I love you. So I'm done with this. You're done with it too. Move on. And I really enjoyed my time at ESPN. It gave me an opportunity to bring my audience that saw me really just grow. They saw me, Lakers in 5, and they saw me say all these analogies that my grandparents gave me, and I was able to bring that to ESPN. So I'm very, very grateful for that. But I just wished, of all things, like I said, hey, they did what they felt they needed to do, and I'm at peace with that. But I just wish, guys, this thing could have waited until Monday, because I hate the fact that I'm overshadowing my brother, the first two brothers in the Pro Football Hall of Fame. And this is what the headline's going to be for the next couple of days. So, bro, again, I know you told me this. I don't have to apologize, but I'm going to do it one final time tonight, and I won't apologize again. I'm sorry that I upstaged you in this manner. That was never my intent. You've been my hero. You've been my role model from as long as I can remember. And I apologize, and I thank all my fans for supporting me. When I was at ESPN and every place that I've been, be it Club Shay, Nightcap, Undisputed, ESPN.
Hey, this is Chad, Bad Law Group. We are coming.
Shout out to Tasha K for dropping that. Before we get into that discussion, I know we running late today. Before we get into that discussion, Green Beans gave me a $10 Cash App, and I want to give him something real quick before we get into the foolery. Here we go.
He's a good man, Savannah. A good man. He's just in a bad situation right now, and he's trying to get out of it. Mama.
Shout out to Green Beans for the $10 super chat. And let me see, because I took so long, Green Beans, I apologize for me taking so long to shout you out. I don't like you. But here's a second one right here, sir.
I'm about to go.
Lay down.
Lay down. I'm about to go lay down.
Oh my God.
Oh, lay down.
This little girl, she knows she got a nice voice.
I'm about to go.
Lay down.
Yeah.
Shout out to Green Beans. Thank you so much for the $10 super chat. I greatly appreciate it. Ricky. Wow, Ricky. Ricky, you quick. I see you. I see you, Ricky. You quick. Strength isn't just physical, it's mental. We want someone who be around we can pick up, but control is hard to give up outside of the bed. Oh, wow. Okay. Ricky, thank you. I see you. I see you doing moderation. I see you, sir. Okay. Now, we going to go back to... Now, a lot of people might not like my stance. A lot of people might not like my stance that's in the chat, what I'm about to say about Shay Shay. A lot of people may disagree with me with what I'm about to say about Shay Shay. But I want y'all to hear this song that I clipped to Shay Shay picture. This was a song I clipped to Shay Shay picture right here.
White woman, a white woman's Instagram. White woman, a white woman's Instagram. White woman.
Now, why did Take Heed clip that to Shay Shay picture? Why did I clip that to Shay Shay picture? Take Heed is not mad with any of her brothers who mess with women from different culture. I'm not one of those. I don't get upset with my brothers when they do that. You find love wherever you want to find it. I ain't got no problem with that. But when you let your fantasy make you lose your kingdom, that's where the problem is. When you let your fantasy make you lose your kingdom, that's where the problem is. This man settled this deal with this girl who is a 304. He settled a case with this girl who is a 304. 20 in the front and 40 in the back. Shout out to Lost in Translation podcast. And now there's blood in the water. There's another chick that came out and said he forcefully gave her, he forcefully did anal sex to her. He forcefully. Now there's another one coming out. Okay? There's another one saying something now. There's blood in the water. And so you have let your fantasy. I know this is nasty, but you have let your fantasy destroy. You understand? Destroy your kingdom. This woman that just got paid out, she have never seen money like this in her life. She has never seen money like this in her life. Shay Shay has never given his children money like this in their life. And so now we're looking at what? Tradition. We're looking at, how can I say this? We're looking at traditional wealth being taken from a bloodline. And that's going to set up another bloodline, because this girl is retiring. She said, I'm going to retire now. She said, I'm retiring now. She got the biggest payout she ever seen because of Shay Shay fantasy. Because of his fantasy. My brothers, I'm not telling you what to do. I have no right to correct you at all. But stop letting your fantasy destroy your future. Stop letting your fantasy destroy your future. It's nasty. It's nasty. This woman has made more money than she ever seen in her life. Made more money than what she ever seen in her life by labeling Shay Shay as this big chocolate evil man, but she called him something else. Okay? Your fantasies will have you to destroy your kingdom, my brothers. My sisters, you are not exempt. There are a lot of y'all that your picture is all in the newspaper and on the milk cartons because they can't find y'all. Stop letting your fantasy destroy your future. Now, I know it's nasty, and a lot of people might be offended at what I said. We're not taking away anything from this woman. She a hoe. We're not taking away anything from her and trying to put her on a pedestal that she's a good woman. She is not. But let's understand that your fantasy can destroy your kingdom. And now you have another one coming out. Can you imagine what kind of judge this is that is residing over this case? I know I'm not saying it good enough. Let me get Charleston White in here because I'm not saying it good enough. Because he said this about Hulk Hogan. So I'm not saying it good enough. Let Charleston White get in here and tell y'all why some fathers look at big black men and they say they don't want nobody stretching out their daughter left and right, okay? Charleston White said it best. We gonna get him in here and y'all gonna hear what this brother said. And you gonna be mad and it's your business. It's not my business, it's your business. But this is the uncomfortable truth, and it's sad. Now, only if I can find this brother, if I can get him in here. Let me see what we got here. Here we go. Here come Charleston right here.
Love Hulk Hogan. Yeah, y'all came along and said he was racist, but I grew up with Hulk Hogan. I never known for him to be racist. And I don't want my daughter fucking no nigga. I can't be mad at her over, because he don't want no big nigga pushing that large log off of this girl, stretching her pussy out. I want to leave her.
And this is what the judges see you when you walk into this big courtroom. This is how the judges see you. Messing with one of their girls. This is how the judge see you if the judge is their color. This is how the judge see you. And I know it's nasty how Charleston broke it down, but he ain't lying. This brother ain't lying.
I love Hulk Hogan. Yeah, y'all came along and said he was racist, but I grew up with Hulk Hogan. I never known for him to be racist. And I don't want my daughter fucking no nigga. I can't be mad at her over, because he don't want no big nigga pushing that large log off of this girl, stretching her pussy out. I want to leave her as a single mother and come back to a white man with a stretched out pussy. You can't.
I know it's nasty. And listen, my brothers, I love y'all. I love y'all. But for the Pookie and Rerys, and I'm going to share something with you. Shannon Sharpe is a Pookie and Rere. I'm sorry. Just because you have money does not make you exempt from being a Pookie and Rere. Shay Shay is a Pookie and Rere. It doesn't matter that he had money. Diddy is a Pookie and Rere. Doesn't matter that they got money. Who else? Who else? It's a lot of these people. It's a lot of them. Nick Cannon is a Pookie and Riri. Don't matter if he got money. All these NFL players that got multiple children and different baby mamas, this is a Pookie and Riri. They just got money. Pookie and Riri can be rich, can be every color as well. Pookie and Riri is just not a poor man. Pookisha and Rakeisha is not just a poor ghetto girl. Pookisha and Rakeisha could be a rich, PhD, popping girl too. Woman. Man. You understand? It don't matter how much money you got. You can still be a Pookie and Riri. It don't matter how much education you got, my sister. You can still be a Pookisha and a Rakeisha. Your mindset needs to change. When Monique was up there talking to Shay Shay, when Kevin Hart was up there talking to Shay Shay, these two was giving him clear warning, and he was not taking heed to the message. He didn't know this shit was gonna come down the pipe like this. Can you imagine spending that much money on a hoe that's only worth $20 in the front and $30 in the back? Who is spending that much money on pussy? Who is spending that much money on pussy? They would have had to take me to court, damn it. I wouldn't have settled nothing. They would have had to take me to court. I wouldn't have settled nothing. My brothers, I'm going to share something with y'all, and I'm not being nasty, and I'm not telling you what to do. But when you make a certain amount of money, it's a creme de la creme that you get to pick from. You get to pick from the creme de la creme of any age. You understand? I'm legal age, I'm going to say. You get to pick from the creme de la creme. But baby, as you picking from the creme de la creme, make sure you pick the ones that got the right mind. That's not out here trying to rob you. Because this little heifer done said, oh, I'm retiring from OnlyFans now. Hey, Red Lipstick Vibe, how are you doing? Good to see you. Guys, please make sure you tune in to Red Lipstick Vibe, where the content is always fire and educational. And I know there's a lot of brothers like, take heed, you wrong. Because a brother came to me and said, take heed. I always thought you rock with the men, sis. How you gonna call Shay Shay out like that? I said, listen, Shay Shay is a Pookie and Riri. So I dog walk Pookies and Riris. You wanna know why? Cause I was a Pookisha and a Rakeisha. I was a Pookisha and a Rakeisha. So I got the right to dog walk Pookie and Riri. I got the right. I know some of y'all like, Takey, how you mean you got the right? I got the right. You believe that PJJ was worth 33 million? Or was it 23 million? You believe that PJJ was worth that much, 20 in the front and 40 in the back? Shout out the loss. Ain't no damn way. Ain't no damn way. That's more money than what your children, you gave your own children. That's stupid. And I like Shay. I like Shay Shay. I like his content, but I'm going to share something with you. This is dumb. And I bet you the pussy wasn't even good. No, nobody will tell me. Not when I looked at her. There's no clap sounds coming back from that behind. You know that pussy wasn't good. But yet he paid 23 million, 33 million, whatever he paid. Now, I know some of y'all might be offended and say, take heed, damn, take heed, damn, take heed. You wrong, take heed. You're wrong. But baby, you messed up your own, and I know it's money. He'll probably make it back. I pray he make it back, but I'm going to share some with you. I pray he move wisely now. But there's another stinky fish that's coming his way right now. Talking about he forced himself in her behind. I don't want to hear that nonsense. I don't want to hear none of that. But I want y'all to look at this big chocolate brother and you see him with these milkshakes and you tell me who they going to believe. You tell me. Because a white woman tears is powerful. And second to the white woman tears, a black woman tears is second. You tell me. So Shay ain't going to have no choice but to continue to pay these women off until he probably don't have no more money. The insurance policy done already paid out this money to this woman, they say. And now another one is coming along because there's blood in the water. Look at Cassie's stupid mess right there. Now I'm mentioning Cassie because look at Cassie. She done went after Diddy for that money. And guess what? Blood in the water for her now too. Because her so-called worker is coming at her. He's suing her for money. You out here buying Chanel Nana bags and stuff. He coming at you for money. About how you trafficked him. And then check this out. This is so funny, y'all. Do you know the charges that they got Diddy on? They ain't never put nobody in jail for these charges. They never put nobody in jail for these charges because the man and the woman was doing it together. There has never been a charge like this before. They don't even know what to charge Diddy with now. They don't even know what to charge him with now because there was him and his girlfriend doing it, Cassie. They have never had a charge like that. It's only just been the man that done it, not the woman too. So all that y'all like, yeah, he going down. I beg to differ, but we gonna wait it out and see. We gonna wait it out and see. The uncomfortable truth, and I know a lot of people may disagree with me, but Shay, you fucked up, Shay. You fucked up. Even if this young girl threw that pussy on you and tricked you like a lot of people are saying, you supposed to be wise enough to know better in your age. You supposed to be wise enough to know better. I ain't lying to you, Club King UB, I see you. I ain't lying to you. You supposed to be wise enough to know better. And that brings me back to my 360 when I started the show. When we talk about Dr. Umar, and we got in here and we talked about Siobhan Stone. You out here running Dr. Umar name into the ground, which we don't care. We happy you exposed it, but it says a lot about you, sis. As old as you are, you let somebody trick you. Like you couldn't see the red flags. This is why I say, when do we learn common sense? When do melanated women learn common sense? When do we learn common sense? That's why I say this. When do we learn common sense? Like, when do we understand that, okay, we got to take accountability. I messed up. When do we learn that? Because we have a part where we say, Oh, you 19, you 20, you 20 something. Oh, you were young, you didn't know better. But what do we say when you in your 40s and 50s now? My sisters, what do we say when you in your 40s and 50s now? You were naive, you didn't know better. Do we say that now? Because my uncle told me a fool at 40 will always remain a fool. We out here bigging up. We bigging up Shay Shay. Oh yeah, Shay Shay. He was tricked. Shay Shay is how old? How old is Shay Shay? How old is Shay Shay? When do we say you ain't supposed to get tricked no more? My granddaddy was popping every woman that I knew when I was young. That was my mama friend back in the day. He was popping every one of them. But my granddaddy knew the game. He knew the game. He knew the game. My granddaddy knew the game. He knew they didn't like him for anything but his money. His money was green. And he told him, you shake it fast, I'm going to give you some dollars. So you telling me that a man at Shay Shay age don't understand the game? Get that nonsense out my face. I don't want to hear that. You telling me he doesn't understand the game? Oh, baby, you know, you putting that in my chat, that don't hurt nobody. I'm not one of those content creators that because you put monkey signs in the chat like that hurt. Baby, I'm not one of those. I keep telling YouTube to stop sending children my way. I don't know what's going on. All these little kids coming here. I don't know what that is. Lost in translation. Thank you, baby. That's my take on it. And a lot of people may feel offended at what I said, but that's the uncomfortable truth. When do you say I'm not supposed to get food? When do you say that I understand the game? Now, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just got y'all up here long today. I'm long-winded, baby. I had so much to think about. I'm long-winded, y'all. Okay? Now, listen to this part. We still on Shay Shay. We still on Shay Shay. Check this out, what this sister said.
I want to hear about you, and then I'm going to say what I got to say.
So to hear a small microcosm of probably a longer conversation, it's hard to create a solid narrative.
Right.
And I do want to say that, like, we cannot keep bashing over, like, a small part of the story.
Okay.
And let me tell you something. I am a person who may be a little biased because there were things that were said about me, that was put out about me, that was totally untrue, that the Lord wouldn't let me even say nothing about. Like, there were parts that were true, and there was parts like, come on, man, we're putting a little sauce on this.
Right.
Even though in our, our niche culture and Christianity and God music and all of that, although it only hit there, thank God for my friends at the Shade Room, that Larry Reed, Jasmine brand, just all of these brands who reached out because they knew I was a good guy and they did not cover that story. But, when I look at Shannon Sharpe and I see a man who grew up the way he grew up, who grew up with an outhouse, wanting to take care of his mother, whose biggest fantasy came from television, magazines, and film, because there was nothing in his reach that represented who he was and who he could be outside of media. Now you're looking at a man who's making decisions now that he has everything that he wanted when he was a little boy, right? What I always tell people, the enemy is never worried about your now. He is always focused on your future.
Right.
He's always focused on it. So it's like, how can you be 50 looking at a 20-year-old? Because he was 8 looking at a 20-year-old. So when you're looking at a 20-year-old white woman at 8, and you finally have the confidence based upon now what you have acquired, that will always be your appetite. And so what I want to challenge men to do now is say, okay, cool, let me check my appetite. Here's the thing. As men, what we do is we focus on what we're chasing. And my dear brother Shannon Sharpe, We're gonna play NFL. They gonna see about me. I'm taking care of my mom. Yeah. I'm gonna put the best podcast out there. Yeah. What I've heard about him, I don't know him personally, so he gets there on time. He's a really great person to work with. He's very professional. Like anybody who speaks about him outside of what you see on TV, they talk about a man who has character and integrity. Yeah. The only issue that I have with Shannon Sharpe is that he knew what he was chasing, but he didn't know what was chasing him. He did not know what was chasing him. And so I had to challenge myself, and every man has to challenge themselves and say, okay, I know what I'm chasing, but let me look back and see what's chasing me. And that takes time in meditation, that takes time in therapy, that takes time in prayer, that takes time in church, that takes time to have a strong relationship with God to see what's chasing me. And then finally, in a practical sense, you got to look back and see what your daddy did. You got to see what your granny did. You got to see what's in your life. So the reason why I am so careful with women, Sarah, have I ever disrespected you or come on to you? Not once. Ever. Do you feel safe with me? Absolutely. Exactly. You know why? Because I've done the work and I know womanizing is in my family bloodline. And I don't want to do that. I got 3 boys. This ends with me. I didn't know before I got a divorce that divorce is in my bloodline. That's Khalil Payton and Princeton's job to make sure that that gets out of my bloodline. We kings. But a lot of times men won't take the time to say, let me find out what's chasing me so it doesn't mess me up later on in life. Now here's the thing. He is innocent until proven guilty. Right. And I will not get involved with the rat race of trying to degrade another black man who's amassed an amazing amount of wealth as well as influence in the earth, a man that we need his voice. Yeah. However, I think this is a lesson to men all across the country. Yeah. Know exactly what you're chasing because the enemy ain't focused on your now, baby. He focused on your future. Period.
Now, I'm going to share something with you. This brother broke this down amazing. You hear me? The sister came in first, but she said, no, let me let you speak, and then let's get it popping. How the brother dissected this was amazing. No, we shouldn't be in here dog walking Shay Shay. We should not. We shouldn't be in here dog walking him. Shay Shay has accomplished so many things during his life, but to lose it because of a fetish. You understand? I know it's nasty. My Caucasian sisters, I'm not hating on you, but to lose it because of a fetish. The money that he's paying out to this woman, she has never seen this money before. Take Heed has never seen this money before. Most of us who is watching me right now, most of y'all who watching me right now, y'all have never seen this money before. You understand? This brother said you running around chasing something, but you got to turn around and see what's chasing you. One thing I'm going to share with y'all, okay? Womanizing ain't womanizing like it used to be. It's not. It's a whole different ball game. And I tell you right now, a white woman tears is strong. And a black woman tears come next. And if you don't want those tears to follow you, baby, you got to get in here and understand the assignment. You got to get in here and understand the assignment. You know what I always tell our son, who he's a teenager. He's not active or nothing, but what I tell him, I say, baby, you going into high school. You's a football player. You big, boy, you big. The boy almost 6 feet. He huge, muscles, everything. I told him, I said, baby, let me share something with you. You see how you always be listening to that red pill stuff? He said, yeah. I said, you keep that up. He said, Mom, I said, y'all keep that up. The game is real out here. The game is real out here. My heart breaks when I know that our children are going to be, they're almost grown. We already got one that's grown. I worry about her. Then the other ones, they already teenagers. I worry about them. The game is real out here. Can you imagine? There's a lot of boys who make it to be pro and they get out here and they get dog walked by these professional women. I don't care that the girl was 19 years old. She's a professional hoe. A professional hoe can dog walk any man at any age if he don't understand the game. You hear me? Do you hear what I'm saying? Charlie said it's different levels. And yes, it is. I don't care that she's 19. A professional hoe can dog walk a man that's 50, 60 years old if he don't understand the game. 20 in the front and 40 in the back, baby. Like law say all the time. So instead of Shay running the game as old as he is, he got played in the game. No, you got to tell me something. You too old. No, something got to give. You chasing something, but you don't know something chasing you. Listen to me. I'm not in here trying to kick our brother back in, but it hurt to see black wealth leave this man's family to go and sit in the lap of a hoe. And a hoe is every color. They got holes in every color. For black wealth to go sit in the hands of a hoe. Somebody said, as a newcomer said, being old don't make you wise. You right. You right. Because there's a lot of youngins that's smarter than some of us old heads. You right. Being old don't make you wise. You right. But also, a fool at 40 will remain a fool. So if you don't know how to play this game, don't enter. Don't enter. You know what I always laugh at? And I know this is a little mean. But some of my sisters who y'all been married like 30-something years and then you jump out of your marriage. You understand what I'm saying? Like you've been married 30-something years and you jump out your marriage. And you think that the way your husband was chasing you and courting you back then, that another man gonna get out here and do the same shit that your husband did 33 years ago. Where they doing that at, Sway? Where they doing that at? And so now you wind up talking about men ain't this and men ain't that, men ain't this, but you was in a 33-year marriage and you left the marriage to come out here outside. Take He has been married only 18 years. I don't like to count the years that I was in sin. I don't count that. I separated. I don't count this. I don't count that part when I was in sin. I only count the legal part. Okay. The legal part I count. Okay. But if you check the children birth dates, you know, if you check their ages, you know, Take He was out here doing some foolery. Okay. You wouldn't get Take Heed to come out here and be like, yeah, I'm trying to live my best life and shit, I need a man. What kind of nonsense? You think I'm gonna find another man like my husband? You think I'm gonna find another man like my husband? No, I'm not going to wait for the answer. I'm not going to find another man like him. I'm not. I'm not going to. I don't even want to. I love being around my husband and aggravating him. I love to bother this man. It is my life to aggravate him on a daily basis. And he looks at me and say, please, not today. And I say, I don't know what you're talking about. This is the normal routine. Stop acting like, you're new to this. And I begin to bite him. Okay? Don't act like you don't know what's happening here. Okay? This is the normal routine. I'll bite you. And then, we in it all day. I don't know what you're talking about. Act like you understand the assignment. Okay? This is a daily routine. I aggravate you, and that's it. Let's understand that. Let's act like we know. Okay? I don't want to see nobody else. Some of y'all talking about Stella got her groove back. Stella need to go sit her ass down. I don't know how long that movie was years ago. When y'all get in here and be like, Stella got her groove back. Stella need to go sit her ass down somewhere. You ain't got no groove back. Go sit down. Now that's for the women who you just left your husband. For the ones that your husband has went on to glory, baby, I'm not talking to you. Don't think anything like that. I'm not talking to you. Your husband has went on to glory. You did what you were supposed to do. And I hope you find love. I hope you find companionship. I hope you find a friend. But for y'all who jump up out the gate and leave your husband and think that it looks good outside, and then you rush into another relationship thinking that, oh, you're going to rush into something thinking that it's going to be worth your while and shit, while your husband go and heal for a year and he wind up meeting a woman of substance, and now you mad as hell. Oh, how? How did he meet this woman? How did that happen? You start asking the kids questions and shit. The kids are grown. They like, mama, but you left them though. You didn't want to be with him, mama. Now the grown kids is taking vacations with daddy and his girlfriend. And now you mad and shit. Oh, how dare he go on vacation? How dare the kids go on vacation with him and his girlfriend? You didn't want to be the wife no more, sis. You gave up your spot. So I don't feel bad for y'all who do shit like that. But take heed, don't want to be one of y'all. I gotta go. I was up here a long time. I was talking a lot of shit today. I gotta go. Much love to y'all all. Thank you to everybody who took time to donate to the channel. I greatly appreciate that. I don't usually do these long streams no more, but thank you so much to everybody who took time and rock with me. I greatly appreciate that. If you want to donate to the channel, you can donate through Cash App, through Venmo, through Super Chat. You can also shop with us. Our family business is called ubmracksfashion.com. Mercari, POSHMARK, and eBay is in the links in my bio on YouTube. If you want to buy merch, scroll to the top of the page. You will see shop or store. Hoodies, shirts, mugs, water bottles, all that good stuff. Y'all go check it out, okay? Y'all go check it out. Much love to you all. Everybody have a wonderful day today. And I know it was long today. Please forgive me, okay? Please forgive me. We had a lot to talk about, okay? Now, here we go.